And whatever you do, don't let it fall into the wrong hands.
You guys had gone south out of the central chamber after arriving on this floor that seems to be overtaken by purple fungus with eye stalks sprouting out of it. After a brief altercation with the eye stalks that involved laser beams and burning the remaining fungus, you headed south, went through a small crawl space, almost got guillotined, then decided to go back the way you came, explored 2 tidal pools that seemed to have a strange sort of mechanism whereby you had to take a certain trident, or a trident of any kind, to cross the barrier. Then you interacted with a room that had a backwards reflection of yourself that you had to drink out of a font with, and you've been collecting a number of crystal eyeballs or things that look like eyeballs along the way, hidden in little niches throughout the area. Then you went into a narrow crawl space in the northeastern corner and quickly were trapped. Eventually, the friends that had not gone through the crawl space figured out how to free the friends that were trapped, and you all made it back to the sanctuary room that Jex's inner monologue had guided him towards in the southeastern corner. And that is where you took a long rest, and that is where we rejoin action. Oh no, not before. The night before, you had a series of very nostalgic, memorable moments with your loved ones that were reached via a sending spell from Jex.
Yeah.
And that is where we left off after sleeping and waking up the next morning.
Yeah, and if we get a spare moment, I'll have to do some more sending to Caesar's mum.
My mum in particular.
To learn the Caesar cheeseburgers.
Caesar cheeseburger.
Famous.
Nice. Just before we deal with that, because that sounds hilarious, and I can't even really remember how that
Wouldn't
works.
it be the chameleon cheeseburger?
But I need to
No, she named it after me.
check. You got a staff.
Cheeseburgers.
It's called the staff of... What's it called, Jax? The staff you have?
Striking.
Staff of Goatman.
Thank you. Okay. So, upon waking up, you feel thick, shaggy fur begin to grow all over your body. Your eyes have become square and goat-like. Stumpy horns have begun to sprout from your brow, and you feel that you're becoming goatier.
Oh, perfect. Now switch my icon over it.
Now send somebody that I used to know.
All right, you would like me to switch your icon?
Please.
Okay.
Oh, you have a goat icon.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Otherwise known as a Gycon.
That's what we've
That's
always
a very
called it.
different thing.
I feel like it was so close to Gary Gygax, I just wanted to say it.
Oh, I thought you were going for like... Sounds like a bastardization of gay icon.
Oh.
That too.
Interesting. Did not
I'm
think
all
about
of the
that.
above.
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Sorry, I'm just doing a bunch of file management over here. I do quite enjoy this goat icon, to be fair.
My Jexuality is still, up for debate.
I mean,
Jex.
you've been hanging around with 4 dudes for a while.
Boom. Goat as hell.
Okay, let's see if I can drag the new one. Yeah.
And I will get rid of your old one. Does that make sense?
Oh my word.
You might want to keep one somewhere just in case I turn back.
Oh, okay, cool.
Well.
Awesome. I will leave that around. Now that you guys have awoken and Orvex has begun making his ritual coffee, ritual being habitual rather than actually a magical ritual, what would you like to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna need you guys to tell me when I'm goat mode because
I
don't know.
Shouldn't you be able to look down and see your new
Stratus.
This is pretty standard as far as I'm concerned.
It's like nothing's changed.
I think it was like wake up, look at Jax. It's like, well, it's good. It's sometimes good to know you're right.
I'm like, wait, what? And I start feeling my face.
Yeah, you're.
Have you done something? Did you have a shave or something, Jax?
And I feel my newer horns.
It's kind of a half transformation. So it's like a very young goat. So it's still thick hair, the beginnings of horns, but it's like those little baby cow horns rather than long horns.
Oh, dude's been watching too much TV. His eyes are starting to square off.
I think that my horns are starting to come out, dudes. This is metal as hell.
Orvex
Well,
looks
that's-
up and says, what has something changed? What happened?
Nothing, dude. Don't worry about it.
Okay. He goes back to making coffee. Fleeb?
So, we could head back the way that me and Caesar explored, or I look down the narrow passage to our south. We head that way.
What did I hear down there? I heard something while I was keeping watch, just like I think it was a flicker of flame I heard down that way.
Yes,
Can't
with
quite
an
remember.
incredibly good perception check during your watch, you heard flame flickering.
Oh, by the way, has there been? I now have the amulet of health.
Uh-huh. I think I
Yeah.
gave it to you
so-
to look at, right?
I do not have the. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do have it, and I have looked at it, but nothing has otherwise. Mo is still the one that's otherwise within me.
That is accurate.
Fine, cool. Phlebe
Take
looks
that,
surprisingly
King
healthy.
Kong. Dude, you look
Pra-
like
It's like
not
so
swole,
Jack's
just healthy.
Practically
right?
radiant.
I don't know, like, yeah, kind of. He's buff now,
Buff.
like, but not like
Well, he's more
not
like
ripped. He's not
athletic
ripped.
and lean, surely, rather than
No,
like.
no, no. Because
yeah,
a high
strong.
con is like he's bulked out, right?
But you
Yeah,
can be a high con and be fat.
Yeah, totally.
I'm
So
Yeah, you have to be fat to be high con.
Ah.
That's what I'm saying. Phlebe is looking a bit thicker than normal.
So this is not related, but it kind of is. But I saw a video of a 70-year-old man rock climbing, and I'm just seeing Phlebe as that man now because he was hench for a 70-year-old.
Well, Phlebe's still got
Yeah,
no
yeah,
muscles, right?
Yeah, his
Something's going
strength
on
is
with
low.
Jex, but look at Phlebe. Phlebe's looking good, dude.
It's a glow up.
It's like
What's going on
he's
here?
still got absolutely no muscle. He's just now got like a layer of fat.
It looks like he was never starved in a cell. He was just like fed really a lot since adolescence.
Yeah, he's just suddenly become a jelly baby overnight.
That's where all the bonus rations have been
It
going.
becomes really quite squished inside this little refuge with the combination of extra goat fur and also
Thick
the
Phlebe.
pretty thick
sinew.
Yeah, Scramble and I were cuddling in the night, and he wakes up and is like, "Why am I so warm?"
Classic
Oh.
Jackson Scramble
Wakes
situation.
up in the night. I wake up from my watch. My
Okay.
4-hour watch.
So, I sort of peer my head down without any sort of further kind of, unless there's another direction. I sort of peer down the crawl space. Is it a crawl space or is it a like a shimmy space?
Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, you, shimmy,
I
yeah.
would describe it as a crawl space.
Okay. So I sort of bend down and try and look down it.
Okay. I shall show you what you see. You see it bends quite quickly to the west.
Well, any volunteers?
Is this the one that you chucked a stone down at some point?
No,
different
no, that's
Ah, no, that was
I
this one
sort of,
over
I
here.
sort of,
Yep,
I sort
I
of,
remember.
I sort of point beyond, over
Yep.
there somewhere.
Yeah.
I like the
Fair
idea that Vex is drawing out a little map of this as we go through. If we can just point at the map.
Orvex reaches his scroll inside his rucksack and starts sketching. The coffees are just down there. Let me quickly finish off this corner.
Coffee, don't mind if I do.
He actually sketches. He actually just draws it in charcoal on a fresh bit of wall every single time.
I start packing up the camp, like
Cool.
packing up the bedrolls into my bag, with like having to get you guys to all sit on one of them as I roll one up and put it in the bag, and then sit in the corner. And
I'm not me until I've had my coffee, and I've been up for 4 hours already.
Who are you?
Who knows?
Hey, you were talking about doppelgangers the other. No, that's not. I don't know that.
Yeah, you don't know that.
Got him.
man, it
Thieves,
would
the
be a
only one that
shame if
knows
you
that.
were talking about doppelgangers the other day.
Seems
Okay,
like the sort of shit they'd have in here somewhere.
Oh,
Oh, well.
what needs to be brought up is that we've been collecting these little eyeball gems, but we don't know what they do.
Well, they're either pricey as
Yeah,
hell,
we'll find out.
or they belong
Okay.
somewhere.
We don't know where yet.
I'm gonna tie the rope around my my waist
Your
Mhm.
so that
newly
you guys
hirsute
can yank
waist.
me out.
Okay.
Oh, you want to go first? Yeah, all right.
Well, as long as I got the rope, everything's safe.
Would you-
animate the shield, have it float
you-
in front of me.
Would you like a light?
Sure, yeah, do it on the shield, dude. And it can fly around.
I cast light on the. Oh, great! We're gonna have a disco. I just cast light on the shield, and it's just whing,
illuminates
whing,
brightly.
whing, whing. It's like, why did I put it on the thing that moved?
Yeah, I just have it spinning in the ceiling.
oh.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, can I get
I
that?
minor illusion
That,
it into an actual disco ball briefly.
before I go in, Fleeb, dude, can you do that thing where you like make me hard?
Oh yeah. Right. I briefly sort of pat myself a bit because realizing I've forgotten to do that on myself, and I also sort of like I put my hand in front of Jek's face and click my fingers, and there was a fluttering of paper. And he has magically gained some sort of tougher outer exterior that smells of old parchment, also called mage armor.
Heck yeah!
Well, that makes a lot more sense. Not what I. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay, and then I hold the staff of striking, give it a little kiss, and it becomes my shillelagh.
Nice.
And I'll start going down the tunnel.
Okay, cool.
I love all this prep stuff that you guys have got, and I'm just like, I got my sword.
I kiss this
You could-
shillelagh
you could-
literally
you
every
could-
minute and whistle a
You
little note.
you could take pride in sharpening it.
Oh, mate.
Like,
I don't know how to do
you've
that.
got
How
got
do you
8
sharpen a
hours.
rapier?
You've
Sharpen
got
the
8
point?
hours.
Huh?
It's still a slashing object. A
on,
rapier is a
I got-
slashing weapon.
I got 4 hours, dude.
You
It's
see
piercing. A rapier's piercing.
a large
Well, it's
corridor.
more slashing than an epee.
No,
but
no,
fair.
a saber is a slashing weapon.
Fair point.
Okay, so, Jax, you begin to see something like a small balcony.
Oh, it's more purple goo.
Do you remain in the crawl space, or do you go out onto the presumably balcony?
I'll sneak out. I'll sneak out carefully.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Okay.
to crawl your goat bulk out of this crawl space.
Oh, you don't have disadvantage
Surprise!
on
I'm
it,
good
man.
at stealth now.
Wow.
31, baby.
Holy shit, natty
He's not
20.
wearing all his armor.
Your fur, thick as it is acting as an acoustic dampener as you crawl out of the crawl space. I shall display before you the sights that you see. Whapow. What you see is 2 balconies facing each other over a vast pit. Vast. Between the balconies hover 5 wooden platforms.
Wait, what?
Each one a disc 10 feet in diameter. A single torch burns above each balcony, the one beside you and the one across the way. On the east balcony, the one you're on, stands a rough-hewn 15-foot tall statue of a hulking fiend, you want to say? With furled wings and clenched fists. Set into the wall on the west balcony is a rusty lever that appears to be in the up position, but it's quite a way away.
Okay. I'll look around, see if I notice anything about it, but otherwise, anything about the statue, I guess.
You want to investigate the statue?
Sure, just to make sure it's not about to shoot me.
Okay,
No,
give
I'll follow everyone through.
give me an investigation check.
In the meantime, I proffer to the other 2 as sort of like saying, "Do you want to go?" No.
What? You mean go through the tunnel?
Alrighty then. And Flea pops
Oh.
in.
Oh, I just didn't realize what you're talking about.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. I don't care.
He's still sleepy.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I've been away for 4 hours. I'm still the most like.
With a 5, Jax, you don't notice anything about the statue. It looks physically like a statue that has been carved about the same style as the rest of the things in this labyrinth.
Okay. Psst, I say, and then Flea pops his head out. Oh,
God.
tell
You know-
everyone to come through.
I still haven't got used to your face. Fleep scrambles out and sort of comes around the front. What do you think it is?
I think it's a statue, and then
No, I know of what of.
oh, so I don't know, some kind of devil or something.
Would that be an arcane or nature check from me?
Religion.
Are you trying to determine what kind of a
What?
creature it is?
Yeah. I'm trying to determine if it's a fiend, it will be a type of fiend.
I will say
guessing.
Arcana, please. And the rest of
Arcana.
you hear mutterings and sort of jibes back and forth between Jex and Fleeb echoing down the crawl space.
Just
23.
following suit.
Okay. With the
There you go, British.
23, Fleeb, you are very confident that it depicts Nikoloth. And you're...
Is that a camera manufacturer?
no. You
one
also
of the
feel
gods.
like there is some arcane markings that have been imbued into it beyond the realm or the ken of human sight, but within the grasp of a wizard.
I think there was a slight warning. There's possibly some wards on this statue.
Neil, next, you want to go next? I'll bring up the rear.
Well, I suppose no time like the present. While the others are, I'm going to get distracted for 10 minutes while I ritually cast Identify, and I will stop casting like ritual casting Identify when the others set something off.
Okay.
In the next 10 minutes.
Well, I'm gonna be
That's
like,
inevitable.
Hey, Caesar, this looks fun, right? Race you across?
Okay.
Fleeb is completely engrossed and has no idea what's going on.
How much do you want to bet that I'll win?
It's just for fun, dude.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna do some
Don't,
good-
don't we have some coins,
Yeah.
don't we?
You have to do it in style. Oh yeah, we got gems. Fine, I'll throw in a gem.
Okay.
But you have to do it in style. I need flips. I need... I forget the name, but that ballet leap.
How high off the ground were these pedestals?
They're about 60 feet from the ground.
Okay. Here's the
shit.
secondary bet. Who's gonna die first?
Nah, this
I'll,
is
I'll take
fine.
that bet with. I'll take that bet with Fleeb.
Okay,
but
so-
here's the thing, though, is that I've got Featherfall, so I at least won't splat.
Look, if I fall, I just polymorph myself into something that flies. If Caesar falls, he's a monk. He just doesn't take damage.
Walks back up the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. So on your marks, get set, go.
Okay, so just
Okay.
as that happens, you mentally scan your brain for how jumping works, and I would draw your attention to the jumping mechanic. So when you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot before the jump, which you should be able to do theoretically on all these. So you can only really move up to your strength score. So what are your strength scores?
Oh man, 8.
Okay, so Jax immediately falls.
Slams.
Wait, can I go off the wall here? Kick off the wall over there.
Okay, I see what you mean. But actually, no. Well, 5 and then
What?
5. Actually, yeah, theoretically. Let me
What?
think. I'll say yes
Well,
if
no,
you can
but to be
succeed on
fair,
an
to be-
acrobatics check.
To be fair, he will get to the first one and then not be able to get to the second one. So
That's
Okay,
true.
with an 11, you manage to come up with a cunning plan, jump off the wall, pivot for the rebound, and then just like go barely half a foot and start falling.
Okay, and I start going to polymorph myself into something.
I assume with my strength score of 14, I was able to get to it.
Yeah, 100%. You make it to the first platform, no problems.
don't you get bonuses? I would have assumed a monk got bonuses.
Well, I probably do. But
does.
He's not even
with
reading
a
them
base
yet.
jump, I'm able to do it.
You can spend key to double it as well.
Oh, I see.
Okay, and you cool. So that happens, and you wanted to polymorph yourself as a reaction.
Yeah, I just need to check the beast list.
Okay, and also
I forget what
Orvex
beasts are in
crawls
this.
through, and I assume Scramble does also.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for Orbex to go first.
Okay, he goes in first and
He
stands
doesn't-
between.
I assume he doesn't want to be left alone somewhere.
Oh,
So
this
are these
is
wooden
interesting.
discs?
Sorry.
Are these wooden discs like wobbling, or are they like quite firm after I landed on it?
They seem to be being held up by something, so they don't. They bob slightly, but not a huge amount. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Cool.
Like while in the middle of my stuff, I sort of look at Scramble and be like, I sort of proffer a jar of spiders. I'm like, you want one?
Okay, I've got an image. So you see
Sure.
you see me jump to the wall, ready to do a
Um,
cool flip or something.
Scramble has spider climb, by the way.
Excellent. I just start walking along this wall.
So you see me jump over to the wall. My hoof just immediately scrapes on it. I start sliding down. You see me go, oh, and then you start hearing a sound like ages and ages, Thunderbird, and then this thing comes flying up.
You fucking terror
Flying
bird.
giraffe dinosaur.
No, those things didn't fly.
Yeah, they do. It's got a fly speed of 80.
What?
Holy
even
shit!
fit?
It's Papa
How
Zottle
big
in the
is
flesh.
Huge, but it can squeeze.
Yeah, as in, how many squares is this thing taking
It's
up?
a 3x3 or a 2x2 on squeezing. So it's just got enough space for it to function.
3v3
So-
or a 2x2, did you say?
Well, as a huge creature, it can squeeze into a large
we've got
space.
a splat of about that size.
Nice. Okay, so that happens. You transform into this enormous giraffe-like bird. Scrammle's walking along the edge, and Caesar was mid-jump. I assume you're continuing to jump?
I'm just continuing while these guys are just turning themselves into crazy
Okay.
dinosaurs.
Yeah, you get a bit of a lead on me, and then suddenly, like, I'm flying, I'm jolting ahead at 80 feet around.
Okay, so
I don't think you can fly in this space.
Oh,
I
but
think you
like,
can barely
full-
crawl.
Why not? This
A
isn't
full
a
dash
big
though.
room
Doesn't
with floating.
Caesar have like 80 feet movement as well?
I have 160 at full dash.
Yeah, well, yeah, but you got to get up to
90?
speed. Caesar's already at speed.
Yeah, so where
That's
would
not
I
how
have
movement
been
works,
when you
Will.
turned into
We'll
it?
determine the results of the race in a moment. I just need to be reminded of Caesar's strength because I already forgot it.
14.
14. Okay, cool. So you can make it no problem between these gaps. They range from about 6 feet to 12 feet, so that's not an issue because you can get
Yeah.
10 feet of run up for each one. So that means you've got a slight head start, but he has a slightly faster flying speed. So I'll
Yeah,
say
we should probably just do a roll off for it. For
yeah,
fun.
actually,
Okay.
let's do like initiative. So they're both dex checks to determine who wins the race.
Doesn't Polymorph presumably takes an action to do, so Caesar has a round on you if you want to get like.
I have 6 seconds of advantage, right?
Well, it's one round, right?
No,
It takes
you have
action.
half of that.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
no.
That's not so good. Okay, so basically,
pretty similar.
even on Caesar's, well, because it's a natural one, Caesar
He
basically...
sees me fall and is just like starts hopping along gracefully.
Well, I was half expecting this wooden disc to like bob around, so I overcompensated on the first jump.
So yeah, Caesar
Hesitate for a bit.
doesn't fall or anything, but his worst case scenario is looking back at this enormous bird and just like gracefully still jumping, but slows down to look at how incredibly awkward it looks as it flies incredibly quickly to the other side. And
Just like
gets there
jets
first.
ahead.
Jax gets there first.
I didn't beat you by much, but
Thought I was in the bag, but it's bullshit turned into a dinosaur. So we're both there now, but now I'm
yeah.
I'm like, come on then, flip the flip the lever with your pterodactyl hands.
Yeah, well, I try it like I'm awkwardly trying to use my beak.
Just
to grab
as
it.
as you arrive at the other side, you notice a couple of eye stalks, Jax, pop out of the fungus on that side and start looking around. And Caesar, you hear a voice in your head that's very familiar to you that says, "Ooh, look at that lever. I think, yeah, we should definitely pull it."
100% we're gonna pull it.
What harm could it
Don't
do?
you worry about it, voice head person.
Sweet.
Is that you? What's his name? Ilgin? We haven't
Yes,
really
of
chatted
course.
before.
Of course. It is definitely me, and we should definitely pull the lever. I mean, it's probably fine.
You know me, I love pulling levers and just doing stuff, so I presume that Jex is like completely failing to activate this lever.
I'm
But,
getting used to my big bird body.
but Caesar is definitely just like going, no, let me help, and slamming it down.
Nice. Okay, so you pull it?
Yep.
Cool. I'd say by this time, that's probably where you are, Scramble, because you're walking on the wall, so you're
Yeah,
normal...
I've been like slowly moving myself along because I'm
And
casually
then I like
walking along
reach
the
down
wall.
and put my big like pelican beak just around Caesar's head as a joke.
At this moment, as the lever is pulled, you notice, Fleeb, that the statue unclenches its fists
But
to reveal a marble-sized object in the palm of each hand. However, howling winds immediately rise up and fill the room. Everybody needs to roll initiative.
Okay, what is my monster's
I don't think I'll
initiative?
select the turn.
Okay, so the
No.
first to
I'm not saying
react
it's
is
cheating, but-
Jex hot bottom the enormous pterodactyl.
Okay, so there's a bunch of winds.
Yes, let me clarify how it feels. One second. You need to succeed a wisdom saving throw as the wind howls into your brain.
Okay.
With a 7, you do not succeed, and you've... Oh my gosh. Oh, this is not a good sign. Okay. You need to roll a D100 for me as the wind starts whispering into your consciousness. Oh, goodness. Okay. You begin babbling incoherently and are incapable of normal speech or spellcasting. However, you're a bird and couldn't do either of those anyway.
No change.
Oh God, he's gone.
Nothing changes. I'm just like,
I honestly can't tell if this is standard.
It's like he turned into a bird. He's role playing as the bird. He is the bird.
The
You
bird
also
is the
feel
word.
that you feel like your strength is suppressed somewhat by the wind pushing against all your limbs. But that's not to do with your saving throw. That's just how it feels.
Okay. So I'm basically going to... I mean, if the goal... I see a shiny gem on the other side, right?
I would say with your vision as a bird, yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, I'm gonna go try and fly over to that and take it.
Okay, let me double check.
What do
I
you say?
think
So
that
that
should
is...
be...
Yeah, I can dash there and make it in one go if it...
Yeah, technically you're able to make it there no problems with your bulk and your wings enabling you to ride the wind as opposed to, being buffeted by
Yeah.
it.
So I get a seagull style swoop in past this thing and try and snatch the orb or whatever it is there.
Okay, well, to grab the orb with your beak, I would say...
The bite attack is my normal
Nah,
attack.
I like it. You're able to grab it, but I believe there is... how many did I say? In the palm of each hand. So there are 2. 1 in the palm of each hand.
Can I fit both of them in my big birdie gullet?
Yes, but you're
My
going to
crop.
need to do a dexterity saving throw to not swallow them.
Okay.
Because I think it's hilarious.
Plus 1.
Oh, goodness. You swallow both crystal gems. You look like a surprised pelican just looking to the camera with your beady little eye and go, ghoul?
Okay, I fly. That surprised me, and I'm just gonna crash into these guys.
I'm like, but Fleeve and Orvex were there already.
Yeah,
And
but
like-
I've currently got an int score of 2.
Okay, is that the end of Jex the Pterodactyl's turn?
The thing that's,
Yes.
the thing that's
I'm a-
surprising is that you managed to nab these gems before they did.
I just spotted them across the room, and just immediately the wind start blowing. I'm like, this is normal. This is what Quetzalcoatlus is used to. Just immediately jet off and swallow the things.
Fleeb, you've
Wow.
been scattered to the ground and are currently... Actually, make a acrobatics check. Or a
Oh
dexterity
yeah,
saving throw.
that's the one I'm good at.
Dex
You could,
save,
you
yeah.
can do a dex save if you prefer.
No, I'm actually better at acrobat. No, they're the same roll.
Oh, okay. With a 10, you're still knocked prone, but you look less clumsy than you could have. So you're prone, and you've just seen a bird probably snatch and swallow those crystal eyeballs, and you're a little surprised by that.
Do I know this bird is Jax?
No, I
You
think you
were
were in the
there
room.
when I
Yeah,
started,
you were in
yeah.
the room.
Yeah,
so
yeah. So I suppose I'm on the ground now.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose I spend my turn getting up.
Half your movement, yeah.
I suppose, has the wind stopped now those two items have been picked up?
Oh, you need to make a wisdom saving throw. You're right. The wind has in no way stopped.
Okay, understood.
Oh, wow. Is that 21? Yeah. You feel like the whispering of the wind is of no consequence and, frankly, a little tacky.
Okay, so we've picked up the 2 gems. The wind hasn't stopped.
By picked up, you mean swallowed into the digestive tract
swallowed.
of a pterodactyl.
Which will soon be the digestive tract of a halfling.
Fine. Bird-like things are good at regurgitating stuff.
I really hope so. I sort of look across the room and sort of signal to try and move the lever the other way.
Sign language.
Yeah, effectively going,
right.
Back up.
Give me a performance check with advantage, because Caesar's probably looking that way. You guys know each other. You've been together for a long time.
Advantage performance.
Okay.
Well,
With a 10, you manage to convey the up direction to Caesar, and he can do with that what he will. It's just a lot of gesturing, like semaphore guiding a jumbo jet into the landing.
It's like Caesar was pretty shocked with the room filled with wind, but is that the end of your...
Oh, is that the end of Philippe's turn?
That's probably is the end of my turn. Like, I suppose I might, like, am I being buffeted by the physical wind where I am?
You feel that your ability to, jump around and be a strong character is probably reduced, but you're not immediately like in danger of dying or anything.
Right. Okay. I'm not at risk of being blown over this balcony and down to my depths.
No, it's more like a north to south wind. You feel like, but you're not.
Oh, I see.
Sure.
Okay. Well, I sort of try and like clamber like closer into the wall space anyway.
Okay.
Which is probably occupied by bird at the moment, but there we go.
You managed to squeeze past. That is Caesar's turn.
Well, after seeing all this gesturing and realizing that the situation is probably my fault, I'll go to flip this lever, but do I have to do a wisdom save?
Yes, you do. Ooh, with a 12, you need to roll a D100 as the wind begins to whisper into the depths of your consciousness.
Look at these glorious creatures, the Quetzalcoatlus.
Okay.
16.
You find yourself retreating deep into your mind, your body paralyzed. So
I don't do anything.
yes, so paralyzed means you're incapacitated, you can't move or speak, you automatically fail strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against you have advantage. Any attack that hits this creature, is a critical hit if the attacker is within 5 feet. So
Alright, I guess I am stuck where I am.
you just stand there, and you hear the voice in your head go, yeah, I mean, it could have been worse, right?
Yeah.
You've retreated into a part of your mind that's just you and this weird otherworldly voice.
So, I guess we're going to sit here for a while then, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, do you know any games, or...
I spy. Shall I go first?
Yeah, go for it.
I spy with my little eye something beginning with.
Go on, say it.
S.
S, okay. As you say that, we will cut away, and I want to hear what that resolves as next turn. Okay, Orvex is also knocked to the ground. Oh no, he's going to make a check just to see. He's going to make a dex check. 17, yeah. He manages to dodge the enormous bulk of this pterodactyl and step aside gracefully. And he's also going to need to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, yeah. He stands up and yells, "Why is everyone acting so weird?" And he looks around and is a little confused. And Fleeb, do you say anything to him?
I kind of go, like, when are you referring to? Are you referring to, like, imminently or, like, the last few days?
Mostly now. This kind of time.
Now, possibly a magical wind or because he's a bird.
Oh, can I help you with anything? I don't really want to jump over the chasm.
If I was you, I would get down and don't move. That's the best thing you can do. Just don't be Get inside the crawl space. Just get out of the way of the bird.
Okay, so he's gonna brace himself against the ground and crawl into the crawl space at Fleet's
Oh, I want to. If he's
guidance.
walking out of my reach, I want to try and grab him with a foot.
Okay, so that is gonna be
Reaction.
grapple. You're trying to I don't think you can grapple as a reaction. Are you trying to attack him?
Sort of, except I'm just a big dumb bird right now. I know he's not food, but he's running away from me.
Okay, give me a beak attack then,
gone?
because it seems like more relevant.
Okay.
Have you lost your?
But I
He's-
assume it's
he's-
non-lethal damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the effect of the wind.
Okay.
Okay.
He
I think.
slips past me because I'm distracted with my gullet full of balls.
Precisely. Next, gullet full of. That's the name of this episode. Let me write that down. Gullet full of balls.
Oh god.
Ugh, the one time I needed my
not
pen to
wrong.
work. It's on the recording anyway. I'll be fine. Scramble. It's your turn.
Yeah. Is a wisdom saving throw a wisdom check?
Yes. No, it depends on your modifier.
It's a saving throw, not an ability check.
Okay.
Yeah, technically it's not an ability check.
I mean, I only have the word check written here, so I'll,
Oh, with a 7. You feel the wind suddenly become a voice whispering into your consciousness. Roll a d100.
that's the shortcut.
Hmm.
Nice and high, 77.
This I just want to take a moment to appreciate how great this roll is. You suddenly experience the very familiar, overpowering urge to eat something strange. Dirt, slime, offal, that fungus over there. You become hungry for disgusting crap.
Disgusting crap.
Well,
Go eat some beholder
stuff
goo.
like the stuff that I mentioned.
Just seeing if there's anything in my inventory that's closer.
Oh, as a
I have a
side
block
note,
of insect repellent.
Eddie and I have a casual bet because as we talked about Aigu, I was like, wait, Aigu? Is this gonna be a beholder? So we have a bet running now.
Okay, to determine whether that's what it is.
Whether there's gonna be a beholder involved at some point, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
interesting.
basically. All right. Well, either I'm eating this insect repellent, or presumably the closest disgusting thing to me is this Aigu.
Yeah,
Am
I'll
I eating a
say-
block of insect repellent also Aigu? Is the question.
I think the fungus is the thing that matches the description most closely.
All right then. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I use my cunning action to dash to this goo,
Nice.
and I attempt to scoff some.
Okay.
Shovel it into my face.
Okay. It tastes unpleasant, and immediately an eye stalk pops out and begins to laser you.
What I think this is a good idea.
Hold on, I just gotta double check how that happens. I'll say you can roll a d10 for me, please.
Roll a d10. All right. Shortcut for this.
Okay.
3.
3. All right. Oh, you need to succeed a wisdom saving throw, please. Hopefully. Oh, that's not
11.
gonna cut it.
That's above average for me, given
you-
a +0.
You are frightened.
Okay.
So you can repeat the saving throw at the end of your next turn, but I just want to double check. There's a lot of conditions going
He's
on
frightened of the goo.
here. Yeah, that's what I need to determine.
I want to eat the goo, but I'm scared of the goo.
So you have
I'm having a lot of conflicting
Just
thoughts
sobbing.
right now.
you have
Frightened. Yeah, frightened says
disadvantage
you can't
on
move.
on
Yeah.
ability checks and attack rolls. And it's got to be of the goo, yeah. So you want to eat it, so you're hungry for it, but you're also frightened of it. So those are opposing forces that will resolve. Do you have any more movement?
I think I used 40 feet, so I think I still have 20 feet of movement, yeah.
Okay,
So I
interesting.
can,
All right.
like, shuffle up to this corner just to be away from the goo while I eat what of it I did grab.
Okay, but you can't willingly move closer to it, but it's only as long as it's within your line of sight. So
Well, I mean, technically, I could move over here if you want me to move as far away as possible. I was just
no.
assuming, like, scrabbling along the balcony,
No,
forgetting about spider climb temporarily.
It doesn't. So the frightened condition doesn't force you to move away.
Yeah, it's not
so
like
you could be
turning
there
the
just
undead.
just shoveling goo into your mouth in absolute horror.
Yeah, I've grabbed some goo. It frightens me. I like back away into this corner. I eat what I've managed to grab.
While being terrified of it.
You also feel the urge to turn away from it because the sight of it is freaking you out.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I will turn away from it.
Okay.
I need to rotate my character token to demonstrate that.
Okay. Awesome. That was complex.
I didn't take any damage for hurting the goo, though. Result.
Awesome. Okay. Where was I? That is Jack's Hot Bottom the bird's turn.
Does the Quetzalcoatlus need to roll whiz again?
I believe that. So is that what the creature is called?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just
Yep.
checking.
You do
I
need
can't
to make a
be
wisdom saving
charmed or
throw, please.
surprised, but I can be frightened. Okay.
This creature is not that good at wisdom
Oh,
saves.
not great. Give me another D100.
32.
32. Okay, I just want to see how many of these things can actually be active at the same time.
So I already can't speak or cast spells. As I squawk in bird form.
Oh, God.
Man, I can do it fine. My plan, if I didn't get messed up by the wisdom throw there, I was gonna message you to find out what was going on while you were in a bird form.
Oh, I measured him.
Because he
the
went and
big bird.
he did something that started the wind and then immediately flew to the other side of the thing. So I figure that Jex has the most information about what's going on.
Okay, so
If he then replied with squawk, 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 I probably would have messaged you.
I don't know.
on the next turn.
We'd have to look at the words of several different effects to determine.
Yeah, so convenient it didn't happen, I
God.
guess, for our...
I'll
Well,
say
looking
that
up
the
figures.
winds whisper into your consciousness, and you suddenly, what is it, 32? You suddenly become frightened also, and must.
Oh, God.
But you must use your action and movement each round to flee from the source of the fear, which would be the winds in this room.
And is that the statue or?
It's the entire room.
Okay.
Oh
if
my
I go
God,
down
it's so
to the floor,
big.
is the wind down there? Is it blowing down
Yes,
lower?
it encases
Okay.
the entire area.
So I'm not going to fit through this tunnel, so I need to rush over here and try and get awkwardly squeeze through that gap,
Nice.
really tight. It'll be really
Why
tight.
couldn't you just turn yourself into a hawk or any normal-sized creature? Why did you go for the terror
That
bird?
wouldn't be
You
beautiful and
became like a
majestic.
dragonfly recently, didn't you?
Oh yeah. Nobody wanted to win the race.
He did want to win the race.
How much movement
Well,
Yeah,
do
he
you
probably
have?
could have won the race as a hawk, but instead he decided to.
I didn't realize I had a chance of winning the race until I'd already transformed.
Probably could have won the race as a pigeon.
So how much movement takes you over there to there?
Let's get the ruler. So I'm going
You've gone from the eastern side to the western side of this chamber.
Yeah, so I've still got 50 feet of movement, but squeezing through that will be very difficult. So I don't know if I'll have to make checks or
Let's
move very slowly.
make a dexterity check
Okay.
just to see how well you can squeeze through this gap. Oof, no, you do not make it further than that, and you
I
become
Winnie the Pooh
stuck
this
in
hole.
in the corridor. All right. After that comedy of hilarious things that just happened, you can't talk and you must run away from the room. We will go to Fleeb's turn. Can you please make
God.
a wisdom saving throw?
Oh God, I've got to do this as well. Oh dear, here we go. Oh, I think I was lucky the last time.
Are
So
any of us good at wisdom?
I'm
am.
not bad,
Okay.
but
I'm not that great at it.
six
Ah,
is
Yeah,
20.
middle of
you
the
managed to
I,
resist it again.
I am proficient in wisdom, so I get a
You-
bit of extra.
You feel as though your opinion has shifted, and now the winds whispering sound somewhat gauche to you.
Right. Oh, for the love of Pete. Okay. So
Cut off your own ear. Oh no, wait, that's go.
what?
I've just got my.
Shut up.
I'm here
How
for
long-
campaign, baby.
How long does the fear last?
Right.
Let me check for you.
And
Until
the
you
babble
succeed
effect
a
as
wisdom
well.
throw.
Right. Okay.
No, that was a different fear. We're under different fear effects.
Actually, roll a d10 for 2 d10s for me, Jax.
Separately or together?
Let's do separately. Okay, the babbling lasts for 5 minutes, but the running away only lasts for 1 minute.
Oh, still minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in minutes still.
Still 10
Oh,
rounds.
am I
Okay.
feared for 3 minutes then? Is that what that was?
No, you need to roll
No.
another d10 to determine that.
Oh, that
You
was a
got,
different
you got
thing.
feared by the eye beam that you save against every round, right?
Oh.
Yes, so you need to, at the end of each one of your turns, Scramble, you save against the fear at the end of your turn. With a
Oh,
7,
just D10. I
you're...
want to eat the goo for 7 minutes. Is this
Oh,
what
no,
this is?
yeah, you basically have a desire to eat purple fungus for 7 minutes.
Boys, I'm gonna
Okay.
devoid this dice of goo.
Okay, right. Okay.
You're gonna die.
So my turn is I take out my jar of spiders and go, well, I'm running out of these, but fuck it. I take another one, swallow it. I now have spider climb, which means that Scrammle's spider climb has stopped because I can only concentrate on one thing at a time.
I don't necessarily know this.
I don't care.
That's
So
fine. No, that's funny.
So
That's good.
movement, I get 30 feet of movement standard, and there's no way I can boost that since I cast a spell. Correct?
Yes, because that would take up your action
1,
that would
2,
be used to
3,
dash, yeah.
4, 5, 6. So I'm now on the wall trying to get to the level myself because I've realized that the orangutans at the other end of the room are either squawking, eating goo, or like I can't even tell what Caesar's doing. He's just sitting on the ground.
I'm just
Clearly
behind.
not
I'm
normal.
just behind the pterodactyl. Where it is.
Quick question.
Oh, you're
No.
paralyzed or whatever.
What,
Paralyzed.
Sam?
Yes,
What
hello.
What do you think the odds are that a big bird dinosaur, when very scared, would poop?
Oh, I like it. I like it. All right.
Because what is the chance that Scrammle's gonna start eating my poop?
Oh
all right.
god!
This is what this is what's gonna
I
happen.
don't want to explore that.
Because
Oh,
I've just come up with what I think is a very fair way to solve this. I'm going to get you...
Ugh.
Don't do it yet, but once I finish this explanation, you're going to roll a D2, and on a number 2, get it, you'll poop.
Hey!
There we go.
Very good.
On a 1 you wee.
Yeah, which is of no consequence in this situation.
No, but there is a
All
wet
right.
patch. We have to put a caution wet floor sign out.
Shall I go for it? The
Yeah.
most important role of the campaign. Here we go.
Oh, I really hope you're all
Yes!
Oh,
A critical 2, you absolutely
Right.
poop, and the 2
Oh,
crystal
God.
balls go rolling off towards the edge
Oh,
of the
thank
balcony.
God. Oh, thank
Well,
God.
okay. Well, that was a very quick move through digestive tract.
Yeah.
Have you really covered the entire room?
Well, I did
I-
do it while flying from one side to the other as
And
a
where
giant
is-
dinosaur bird.
And where is the wind blowing? From where to
It's
where?
north
or just
to south.
everywhere?
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Wait,
7.
north to south.
Roll,
Oh, I've definitely gone along the wrong wall.
roll a D7, and that will determine at which point along your flight the crystal balls were excreted.
Okay.
North to south implies in this direction.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Uh,
Interesting.
4.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. It's basically exactly in the middle. You see these
Oh,
2
good.
crystal balls floating on the middle platform, quickly going off the edge of the platform.
Well,
Okay,
good
so
thing you got
they-
spider
so
climb
they-
over it,
yeah.
and that you're sane
Yeah. For the moment, I'm sane.
for now.
And
For
Scramble
now,
starts
same.
eyeing up the bird poop slightly closer than the purple fungus.
Oh, dear.
Don't,
This is gonna save your life, Scramble.
No, I don't want it.
Nice.
Give
Okay.
me the eye
So that's the end of
Give me the
Philippe's
eye beam.
turn, right?
Yeah, my turn was eating a spider and running. Jesus
Sweet.
Christ.
Caesar's turn.
Okay.
This is quickly got out of control. Caesar's turn.
Who knew that wisdom saves would be our downfall? We got through all these other traps, but one room
I
full
think,
of wisdom
we
saves.
could have predicted that at any
TPK.
point in the campaign.
Okay, so I wanted to check on how long this is supposed to
That's fair.
last. Did I say? I can't even find it. Oh, there it is.
I'll
Okay,
take the
so
facing
roll
away
a
from the bird poo at the
D10
moment.
for me, Caesar.
1d10.
Yes, please. Ooh, 6 minutes. Not so good. But fortunately, you have the game of I Spy with your Legion in your head, and he says, S, synapses?
Shit.
Is it shit?
Well, he's inside his mind, so
That's
he
not what I
can't
was
see
going
anything.
for.
Well, okay. I'm gonna have another guess. We've got 6 seconds.
I presume this effect on me isn't a charm, right? I am just paralyzed by this wind.
It is not a charm. It is a form of madness. So yeah, not a charm.
Okay. So is there any way that I could use stillness of mind, even though it says I can use an action to end a charm or a frighten?
Can you put the text in there, and I'll give it a little looky-loo? Okay. You can use your action to end one effect on yourself that is causing you to be charmed or frightened. Yeah, I mean, because of how precisely it's worded, I'm going to say no. If it was a little kind of more flavory, like you as a monk are mentally resistant to outside influence, then I'd probably give it.
Yeah. In 4th edition, it would say something like you can make a check against the save ends effect, which would be all sorts of stuff.
There's nothing I can do about being paralyzed.
There might be, but you aren't the one that can do anything about it.
Oh,
Okay.
You actually, inside your consciousness, you can make a medicine check for your knowledge of how paralysis works.
Okay.
You're just remembering your
am I?
monk lessons.
Legit, how does paralysis work? Do you know?
With a 16 medicine,
What do you think about?
Legin of just plucking at different parts of your memories says, it says here from one of your classes that it requires external stimulus, pain, physical sensations, things of that nature. Anyway, I'm going to say symbiosis? You know, me and you? No?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm thinking more like externally, but you know, look, we've got some time here, so just take your time on it.
Yes, interesting. All right, I'll keep thinking. Next up is Orvex. He is outside the room. So, actually, I will say because you're paralyzed, I think so many conditions overlapping here. Incapacitated. Where is that? You can't take actions or reactions. Yeah, because you can't take actions or reactions, talk or do anything. I'm going to say that includes hearing the whispering of the wind. So I'm not going to make you do another check because you literally have no senses. So let's move on to Orvex, who sits there in the tunnel, and he's going to yell at Fleeb. I'm fine, but you're on a wall. Is everything okay?
No, but stay there.
All right, I'm going to add to that map drawing and just see if I can write windy room.
Nice. Put it in big, bold letters so that the fucking bird can read it.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be in 24 point. It's going to be great.
Lovely.
Look, reading's hard enough when I'm not a bird.
That is Scrammle's turn. You feel the urge to either eat shit or purple fungus. It's up to you.
I do not want to eat shit.
Actually,
That's very fair.
But you're under
fair.
a condition that says you do want to eat
Actually,
shit.
let's see.
I would
Make a
argue
wisdom.
that I would also argue that Papazotl does not want me to eat shit.
Yeah. I think.
And though doesn't want me to eat goo either, is probably more okay with eating goo than eating someone's shit.
Actually, yeah, I would say that the voice in your head says, under no circumstances are you to eat that shit. And
But the goo is game though, right?
Isn't
Papa
Papazotl a bird? Though?
he very much is, yes.
Isn't bird shit the noblest form of shit?
No, not according to his estimation. However, you do need to make another wisdom saving throw, please, Scramble. And maybe
but I'm so good at these.
we'll see
With my
what-
plus 0.
That's not so good. Give me another D100.
Oh, I love
no.
the D100.
No.
Oh gosh. All right. Oh gosh. Okay. It's really. I
really hope you have no appetite.
Okay. This is kind of. It's. I'm a little. It's kind of strange how open-ended this is as to how many of these can happen simultaneously. So I'm going to say that because of Papzotl, you feel the urge to suddenly be incredibly violent towards those around you, but the desire to eat gross stuff, much like a bird would eat, fungus and algae on the surface of the water, etc., overrides that feeling, and you just love the look of that purple algae.
Can I not just, like, punch. Like I'm presumably I finished this purple goo in my. I scooped up the first time.
I'll say
I'm
yeah.
afraid of the goo though. Shit. I'm gonna
Should you
turn
just,
back
like,
around.
roll a d2 between eating goo and punching Caesar?
Well, I was gonna like, can I punch Caesar on the way past towards the goo? Because the goo is down here and I am up here.
Yeah.
What did I
So-
do to you? Rude.
Fuck you!
Okay, yeah, I'll say if you can roll a d2, and on a 1, you'll punch Caesar, and on a 2, you'll just go and eat the algae.
I mean, like, I'm down for doing both. Is the thing.
Well, you can do both. I'm just saying this is like.
That's fine.
Okay,
Perfect.
yeah. So on a 1,
It's a
you
1.
you try to punch Caesar on the way. So make an attack.
Brilliant. Oh, hang on. How do I make an unarmed attack if I'm just punching?
Well, that's exactly what you do.
It's strength.
What is an unarmed?
Oh,
you
attack?
have
that's exactly
advantage.
what
It's
it is.
strength.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have advantage because he's
advantage.
paralyzed.
You have advantage and you have proficiency, so it'll be 1d20. Is your strength -1?
It's also a critical hit.
So 1d20 plus 3.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
2 of those. And you will auto crit when you hit him.
Which it will be maybe painful, but also potentially helpful.
Oh,
yeah.
It won't even be
No,
painful.
that's not.
though, right?
Sorry, that's not come out correctly. I didn't.
It's a
do that
19,
correctly.
yeah, it's a
That was,
19.
it's a 19, not a 21.
Does that hit?
My
Caesar's
AC is 20.
Oh, you manage to try to punch Caesar, but your friendship at the last second causes you to punch the wall, hurting yourself badly.
You know what's funny, though?
Ah!
Because an
What kind of
unarmed
life
strike
is-
is only 1 damage. A crit doesn't do any better with a 1. with
Yeah.
a-
Isn't it like 1d4 or something?
No, no, it is for monks, and a lot of classes have improved unarmed strikes, but
Okay.
Also, I just wanted to start characterizing the wind because I think it'd be funny. You hear the wind as you try to punch Caesar say, "Hey, punch that guy, not the wall, fucking idiot." All right, now.
Oh, you're a fucking idiot.
But definitely eat that algae.
Oh, I'm on my way. I'm on my fucking way to eat the fucking algae.
Okay, all right. So,
Oh wait, hold on. I'm afraid of the. goo,
yeah,
though,
but
at
that
the
doesn't
same
cause
time?
you to use your movement to run away. It just causes you to have disadvantage on stuff while you can see it.
doesn't it mean he
Right.
cannot move closer to it?
Oh yeah, hold on, let me look. Oh, you can't willingly move closer. Okay, so we've got to decide whether
But
the
I'm-
madness or
oh,
the
shit.
frightenedness is going to take precedence. So
Or he just starts trying to,
things.
like, lick Caesar's sweat off of him.
yeah, okay. So
You can start chewing on my nappy rag.
Loincloth,
Mm,
yeah.
God. Fucking hell. Fucking
Don't-
I
terrifying.
think that Papazol would
purple
also
goo.
be against that. I think I would have to roll against Papazol to do that.
okay, make a charisma check. Let's see how it goes. And then I'll
charisma
determine
check?
what gunk you eat as a result of the check.
Just a
think-
flat
Save?
charisma
Is that a
check.
save?
It's the same
Actually,
number.
yeah, do a save. Let's do a save.
A save is the same number as a flat charisma check.
Oh,
I left
wow,
advantage,
okay.
but I still only got a 3.
So in that case, Papsodal does make the decision for you, and he points you to a bunch of dead ants and beetles on the railing beside you, and he says, "Oh, those look delicious. Grab those."
Yeah, all right.
All right, cool. You eat those in one of the strangest rounds I have ever GM'd. Cool.
You're telling me.
Is that the end of your turn, I assume, presumably?
I mean, what else can I do?
Oh, I think you do a save at the end of your turn, don't you, for something? Is that what I
Do
said?
I?
For the fear, yeah.
Make sure
Yeah.
you're scared of the freaking
Oh, the
goo anymore.
frightened.
Because he got hit by a fear beam. By the eye.
Okay, what's the save? What's
So that's
a
a
fear
repeat
save?
the saving throw. So it's a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, brilliant. Wisdom all day.
Oh, okay.
Four.
So you're still kind of afraid of.
That is
I'm rolling
that
high
fear,
tonight,
To
baby.
be fair, that fear is saving your life.
Nice,
I mean, to be fair,
nice. Okay,
you're
after
trying
that
to get me
is
to a lot of things I really don't want
I'm not
to do.
trying
in
to
place
get
of
you
it.
to. You have been affected by a condition that overrides your mind and says, "I want to eat crap."
and yet I'm also
Which
afraid
purple
of it.
goo does consider that.
Cool. So that is Jex's turn. Does Fleeb have
Am
a?
I in the wind still?
I'll say if you're in the corridor, no, you are no longer afflicted by
Okay, I'm
it.
still afraid of the wind though, so I'm still going to try and get through this tunnel,
That is accurate.
squeezing my way through.
Okay, so do another dex check, but do it with disadvantage because you're literally Winnie the Poohed in that corridor.
Okay. 2d20 keep.
No, he already
lowest
pooed, though.
one.
Nice.
And it's. I hope this works. It does.
So, I'm confused.
That's-
It did it for you. Okay, with a
Yeah,
3.
keep the lowest one.
With a 3,
Disadvantage.
you manage to struggle and strain. You don't manage to make progress, but you do crane your very long neck higher up, and you do see that there is a stone wall at the top of the stairs. So yeah, I assume that's the end of your turn. Did you have anything else? Oh, it was the fear. You have to use your. Let me remember.
Yeah, I have to try and get away from the wind, and I can't speak or use or cast new spells.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, incapable source. Oh yeah, flee from the source of the fear. Okay, cool. So that's the end of your turn, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to spend my whole turn trying to get up through here. So
Cool. You can give me a sample of the incoherent babble if you want.
Yeah. But it's deafening. It's such a loud sound right next to it. I mean, Caesar's not hearing it, but Scramble is.
Discord agrees that it was deafening because it caused it to go deaf.
It did cut out.
I will say.
Don't worry, you'll have it on my side.
Nice. Fleep's turn.
I suppose I do the dash action and try and get as far as possible, which is 12 squares.
Whiz save.
I do need to do a whiz save.
Also, wisdom saving throw. Also,
I do need to make sure that I'm not insane.
Yeah, I was gonna ask for a dex check for all the poop on the wall, but I don't really think that's relevant. Oh, with a 14, you feel the wind whisper, hey buddy, and you need to make a D100 check.
Oh, really? Oh my god, that is so tough. Okay. Damn it. Oh, 1D100.
Oh goodness. Okay, you begin babbling incoherently for roll 1d10.
Oh no.
7 minutes. Okay.
Okay,
So you're still
right.
making sterling progress. So where's your distance take you to?
So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Are you coming to help us? Or are you grabbing
And
these
then again,
orbs?
right?
9, 10, 11, 12. No, I'm focused on getting into a position where I can pull that fucking lever and hopefully reverse this fucking shit.
Nice. Okay, you've made it like 3/4 of the way to the western end of this long rectangular chamber. Well done.
Yeah, the balls hopefully are not going to move.
Cool. So I'm gonna say that's the end of your turn, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
is my turn.
Caesar's turn. You hear Lejin say, okay, something you can see, and you feel his consciousness move up into your eyeballs, and he says, oof, these aren't responding too well. So I see wood, I see some balconies, wind. Statue! Is it statue?
Oh my god, you're right. Wow.
Yes.
Okay. So I guess it's your turn.
Okay, I spy with my little eye something, and you see him move his consciousness from like one of your eyes to the other one and then back again. It's an odd sensation. And he says, something beginning with E.
Sounds like how I view things. Shifting from one eye to the other.
E. Let me think about that as I just stand there paralyzed, unable to do anything.
Nice. Okay, cool. I'm kind of liking the inner monologue of you and this random deity, arguably better than the physical things you could be doing in this room. Just because it's so random and such a tonal shift between chaos and complete stillness inside your consciousness.
It's serene.
Yes, exactly. Next up is Orvek. Speaking of serene, he's going to walk further into the little area and
He's a good boy.
continue to do his drawing of the map with big letters. And you imagine that they are quite large. And it is going to move on to Scrabble's turn. So, did I make a
Clarify
ruling?
my earlier joke.
Whiz save against the wind.
Yeah, whiz save
Oh,
against
yeah,
the wind.
right.
Did I make a ruling though on? Oh yeah, that was just for Caesar. Okay, whiz save against the wind. Oh goodness, that's not
10.
gonna cut it. D100, please. 90. Okay. Oh goodness. You, my friend, are stunned as you feel the wind say, "Hey, watch out behind you! It's a big scary guy!" And you're just scared into stunnedness. And that is going to mean that you are incapacitated, can't move or speak. Oh, you can speak only falteringly, but you can't move. You automatically fail strength and dex saves. Attack rolls against you have advantage. So that cancels out your hunger and your desire to punch people. So you just...
He still wants to do them both, but just can't, right?
Yeah, exactly. You just stand there sort of upset about that.
In rage.
And Papsottle in your head
Ravenous
says,
rage.
Really? Nothing? Come on, one of them. Pick one.
How long is he stunned for?
Yeah, how long am I stunned for?
Oh, give me a D10. Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. Not bad. Not bad.
Only 10 rounds.
Okay. I love that the only one that seems capable of resolving this situation is the lone flea spider climbing along the wall incredibly slowly.
Up and avoiding patches of giant bird poop.
Guano.
Oh, man, I think we gave him that amulet of health earlier.
That hasn't had any impact.
No, but it might.
Okay. So I'm out of the wind. I just need to try and squeeze through still because I'm
Yeah.
still afraid.
Yeah, so
Do I still have disadvantage?
yeah, I mean, you haven't got any less like stuck. You've got, if anything, more stuck.
Yeah, so Dex. Okay.
Oh, come on. I mean, this DC is not very high, but you're continuing to not make it. So you're just kind of writhing around, squawking, and occasionally pooping.
God.
Yeah. How long? How many
It's
minutes
a fear
was it?
reaction.
Yeah, it's a
the
fear reaction.
fear. Okay, so let me look for when I rolled d10s. Yeah.
I mean, it's a ways
1
off.
minute of fear, 5 minutes of babble.
Okay, cool. We're up to like, I'd say 26 or 18, about 20.
Half an hour of nonsense.
Yeah, like 20 something seconds of
Bumping into
of
a-
fear. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Next up
I'm
is
gonna have to start like just pushing my way through with force rather than trying to
yeah,
squeeze.
try. I mean, you're welcome to try to head towards the stone wall. Next up is Fleepstone.
Here we go.
Wisdom
Good
saving
luck.
throw.
I don't have a time for my attack thing, so I'm just gonna roll another d10 for that.
Oh,
shit.
with a 10, you feel the wind say, "Oh, I'm gonna get you."
How could you just fuck off?
Oh goodness, this is not good.
It's a D100, not a D10.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
That's
goodness for
all right.
that. Oh, thank goodness
Sorry,
for that.
I'm sorry. I rolled that d10 to
Oh.
check how long I was angry for, because we never rolled a d10 for that.
72.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you for doing that, Scramble. With a 72. Oh, okay. You suddenly feel yourself become incredibly suggestible to the people around you.
Well, that's fortunate that none of them are fucking coherent, so that's fine.
Yeah, you just suddenly become very receptive, but no one's really talking anything you can understand, so you can just do
That's
whatever you
fine.
want.
Okay,
Oh,
right, so
make a
is-
D10. Oh,
I'm
8
suggestible
minutes
for 8
of
minutes.
suggestible. All right, you can make your progress.
That's right. Okay, so is pulling the lever a bonus action?
Yeah, 100. Oh, actually, not even. It's a free action because it's interacting with an object.
So the point, so I can sprint to the lever and pull it.
100%.
I mean, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I am within space to do so.
Yeah, you can make it
So
with your movement.
I will do so and immediately slam the lever down.
Nice. You notice the wind immediately stops blowing.
Do the effects remain?
100% yes.
Right. So I am suggestible and can't talk.
Well, you can't talk anything
Right.
anyone can understand.
Right. I immediately step off on the wall because I'm going to click the balls because that's still on my mind.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. You notice them. Let me describe it for you.
I'm actually. Okay, better.
Make a perception check to see if you can see them.
Perception check.
Okay, with a 12, you managed to see the platform that you know they rolled off of. Like, you're confident of that. And the
So I know
light,
that they're somewhere.
the light
Yeah.
glints off something in this area, but you'd have to look closer to
Yeah.
investigate.
So I know they're somewhere around here, but
Yeah, and it's 60 feet down the pit floor, and that's the
It's
end
quite
of your
far away, yeah.
observations. Yeah. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
That
Actually,
is the end of
because
my
we're out
turn.
of combat, I'm going to say there's no other reason to stay here. All the effects will kind of wear off with time, and there's no longer going to be new ones, so I think I'm going to take us out of combat. Cool.
alrighty then.
So for the next 40 seconds or so, this bird just is smashing its neck against the walls of this tunnel.
Yeah. You can make a strength, like 2 or 3 strength checks if you want.
Yeah, let's do it.
So it's like if is he still trying to get through there?
Yes.
Is he still
the
okay?
madness
I am
lingers.
I am going to banish him.
Okay. With a 21, he manages to scoot through the tunnel, but he's quite large. I'll say that you can get a banish off without much trouble.
Okay, so I'm at the top.
Okay.
So you have to fail a
saving throw.
charisma.
Okay, 20 minus 3.
Oh goodness. You are banished with a pop.
I spend the next minute.
Actually,
flailing around in an alternate dimension.
What plane is this creature from?
It's a beast, so it's
okay, it's from the material plane. Okay, sweet.
And it's also it's based off him.
Yeah, I'm from this plane.
Yeah, but you're polymorphed, so you essentially are the other creature.
Yeah,
right?
but I don't become a specific creature. My form changes into one. Right?
Okay, cool. Sweet. Oh yeah, it's not true polymorph. That would be the only way to make you... Okay, interesting. All right, cool. So that happens. Can you see the end of the corridor, Jax, after you go up the stairs on the far western side, or is it still black?
Just the wall, yeah.
Okay, that's what you see. It's a wall.
So I spend a minute there, I pop back out, and I'm now no longer afraid of the tunnel. You guys can do stuff while I'm banished.
Presume I'm continuing to have a game of I Spy.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
So what's your guess, Caesar?
So I thought about it, and I believe, Legion, it's is it an eye?
Oh yes, eyeball. That's close enough. And you see him hold his finger up to his rabbity nose, as if you got it correct. Fleep.
I over this next period of time, I will kind of periodically go between each one, and in the case of Caesar, I suppose just slap him in the face because he's just staring at nothingness.
Unparalyzed suddenly, Caesar, you hear.
I imagine that I was also reaching for the lever, but never actually made it.
Yeah. And then so Legion, as your
so
consciousness...
you wake up and there's just a in your face from Fleep.
How long was he going to be stunned for?
Who? Scramble?
No, the paralyzed.
Paralyzed ends
6 minutes.
as soon as the physical contact happens, but it was going to be quite a while.
Oh, okay, yeah, as soon as you get slapped. Fair enough.
Cool.
Enough time to finish off the game of I Spy before I'm slapped in the face by
Yeah, well, basically, as you get slapped, you see Legion see your consciousness go back to its normal conscious level, and he goes, "Oh, wait, but we haven't finished the game!" Because he's still there, deep in your consciousness, obviously. Think of it like Inside Out.
Tell him not to worry. It's D&D.
It's in the Caesar control room.
Nice. Cool. So that's Fleeb. Scramble, you're stunned, so you can speak faultingly. And Fleeb, you wanted to somehow wake him up?
Well, I suppose what is Scramble currently doing?
Currently, I'm standing here stunned.
Okay,
exactly.
well,
Also,
when do
I roll to become under stuff at the end of my turn?
I think. Do you get to repeat that saving throw? I don't remember.
Wasn't that what you said about it? Was the purple goo
fear one? Yeah.
The fear one you can repeat, but that one they're all being overridden by the stunned one, and that means
that's fine.
That you.
But that ends sooner than that. The stun only ends in a minute. Everything else has got 5 minutes plus.
Okay, sweet. Then you come out of stunned, and you still feel the desire to eat shit. And
when do I become unafraid of the
wisdom
goo, I guess,
saving
is the
throw?
question.
You can do let's say 2 or 3 of them just to get them out the way.
Sure.
Okay, you fail all of them and eat. Roll a D.
Afraid of the goo.
Roll a
I'm so
D3.
angry. Roll a D3.
Good.
The most
Just to
famous
note,
dice.
all of these effects would override our flaws and character traits in theory.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we're dealing in a lot of stuff here. I'm kind of keeping the ones that are fun interacting with each other and letting the less fun ones get suppressed and all that sort of stuff.
Sure.
Then we wouldn't have got the fun I Spy game and stuff like that. So with the 2, that's kind of medium successful. So you feel as though I will say.
Do I want to punch Fleeb?
Well, no, because this is for the eating shitty stuff. So I'm gonna say,
Purple goo it is, I suppose.
I'm gonna say
He's
you.
still afraid of the goo.
Yeah, you're afraid of the goo. So you want to eat more like dust and mud off the ground, really.
Oh, Fleeb is here with a bag of really gross spell ingredients as well.
Oh yeah, dude, that seems. But you wouldn't necessarily know they were there.
I
You
do
know
have
she's
a
got
jar
loads
of
spiders.
spices. Right.
Yeah,
okay.
so
Well,
I'll say that you can eat more bugs off the banister. I think that was what Papsottle decided was the best option.
Fair enough. So the eating overtakes the anger at this point in time.
Yeah, because I mean, you can't. Yeah, I think. What was the anger one again? I said you feel the urge to
You
hit
said,
people.
I want to attack the people around me.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do that.
You've got to eat your feelings, Scramble.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really do both
I've
in a
handled the rest of my
turn,
life.
so you could theoretically.
I can eat as a bonus action.
Yeah, you can hit someone. Go for it. I mean, let's see what happens.
I'm assuming unarmed strikes are probably the way to go in this like angered state rather than full stabbing. But if you want me to go full stabbing, I will.
No, it just says attack, so it's kind of up to you, really.
I think, for like in a fit of rage, I think punching a thing is
Yeah, it's
the
more
default
passionate. Let's do
in my
that.
mind. So hang on, who am I attacking? I have to roll. It's D20 plus 3. We worked out
Okay, who are you hitting?
14 to hit whoever's near me. Flee, presume.
I do have an armor class of 15,
Okay,
so that'd be a
Then I
no.
don't hit you.
It bounces off Fleeb, and at this point, I'm going to say the rest of you eventually take the required number of minutes to sort your shit out, and we are back to normal. A couple of bruises, a lot of bugs in Scrammle's digestive system, otherwise, not too bad.
Well, the problem with that is like because I'm afraid of the goo, but I want to eat the goo. What's going to wear off first? The afraidness of the goo, or the desire to eat the goo?
You can make another 2 wisdom saving throws.
Okay,
And Fleeb, go.
after I've realised that he's clearly been afflicted by something, I'm going to cast Remove Curse.
Nice. Yeah, that definitely removes it.
I punch Fleeb on the shoulder for fun. Not like an actual attack. but like-
No, do an actual attack. Try and deal 1 damage so he can break his concentration.
Nice. Okay. So you
All
fall back to normal, and you see Orvex on the other side say, "The map is looking great. How are you guys doing?"
I'm still a giant bird in a tiny corridor. I'm gonna try and. I pop back out of the
Banishment.
banishment, still screeching nonsense, and just start trying like force my way. Just like smash into the walls here because I can't turn around.
Okay. So you're going to make an athletics check against the wall.
Sure.
That seems to be what I'm understanding the situation to be.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. With a 7, you bruise your wings against the stone wall quite painfully.
Yeah, I'm basically gonna keep doing that until I take enough damage that I fail my concentration and turn back into myself.
Okay. Let's say that takes 3 hits.
Should I roll again then? Let's see about that.
Yeah, 14's not going to cut it. Oh,
Ooh,
with a
a
natural
nat
20.
20.
You managed to find a little weakness in the stone, and your talons managed to widen the crack a little bit, but it's like accelerated weathering. It's not anything too significant.
I'm just keeping going until there's no way for me to back out in this form. So until it ends, I don't think I have the intelligence to do anything else.
Do you not keep your own consciousness?
You keep sort of, but your intelligence does change.
Right, but
So
you know
it's
you
like-
cast a can't you choose to end the spell if you know you cast it?
I don't think I want to
Okay.
until, there's safety in Giant Bird.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so it seems unlikely that you're going to sustain damage, I don't think, unless you roll a natural 1 or something. So you just keep plugging away, but we'll say a number of you said until you lose concentration?
So if I take damage, I have to make concentration saves.
Okay. Well, let's just say that's going on in the background then.
Okay, should I make some concentration saves then?
I don't know what you'd be taking damage from. I mean,
Just
unless...
from smashing the
himself.
wall, I think, carelessly, while with reckless abandon smashing into the wall.
Okay, yeah, I take your point. All right, give me some constitution saves.
Because, so if I'm smashing with all my strength against the wall, it's the wall or me is going to give at some point.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So whilst this is going on, I presume me, Fleeb, and Scramble are looking at this massive pterodactyl going. Is
Nope,
Jax all right? Should
I'm
we-
passing my saves. I'm staying in. I'm staying in.
I am going to reach forward and try removing curse on the pterodactyl.
Wait, that is on me, right?
Yes.
Sam,
Yes.
what happens if he removes curse on me when I'm under the goat curse?
Allow
I don't think
me
I'm strong enough.
to have a look. You're casting it on you. When you polymorph, do you take all your items with you in that form?
They turn into my form, yes, but he's doing it on me, and I am cursed by that, presumably.
Well, I suppose we will see. Give me a little second here.
Sure.
There's the.
Meanwhile,
So I'm breaking your attunement. No,
Does it break
but the
attunement?
spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed. with
basically,
discarded.
yes.
Oh no, that's if you target the
Yeah.
object. It would. Do
Oh
that.
right, yeah.
So basically, you
I guess. Yeah.
feel
sorry.
I mean, you don't feel anything at this point, but you feel magic. Fleeb, you feel your magic was successful, but you don't see any results of it.
Okay. So
Like there is every chance he's just bird brain, and
Sure.
I sort of go, this will eventually wear off. We'll find out how fast.
yeah, should I do some kind of roll for just success against the wall, or an amount of time until I turn back?
Yeah, give me like a, let's say, I'd say D4.
Okay. So in theory, the spell lasts up to an hour. So.
Jesus, we'll just leave you here.
Oh, you already rolled it. Yeah, with a 2, it takes you about 2 minutes before the amount of damage you sustained causes you to lose your concentration.
Suddenly, I'm back in a.
But
In-
as you return, you are no longer in goat form.
No.
I gotta hurl.
That's fair.
Don't look at me as I like throw up over the side.
Just like a stream of goo and
God,
like
horribleness.
legs and
God.
ants.
Mostly digested ants.
Ugh.
Ugh. Right, while that's going on, I'm going to go and look for the orbs because I suspect I was the only one
Yeah.
that was vaguely capable of knowing where they went.
I'm gonna take a moment, like, dudes, that was crazy.
I am completely ignoring Jax.
What the hell happened? I just like pulled the lever and then suddenly Fleeb slapped me after an interesting.
Yeah. And what's all that white goo across the room?
Fleeb,
Yeah.
you see Orvex pointing in the middle just in front of you and says, "The eyes are down there. Fleeb, I can see them." And with his help, you're able to spot them without too much difficulty.
Cool. Mage hand's going to come in use.
Okay, I shall describe them to you. They're 1 inch diameter. One of them is a pearly white crystal sphere, and the other one is a scarlet colored crystal sphere.
Okay, so one pearly white crystal
Twice.
sphere. What was the other one? Sorry,
And
one
scarlet colored.
scarlet crystal. Yeah, is it similar to the blue and purple one I already have?
They appear to be the same size, yes.
We have purple, green, and orange at the moment.
And blue.
Do we have blue?
Well, that's what I've got written down.
Where'd we get blue from?
I've got blue, purple, pearly white, and scarlet. I haven't written down where the origin was.
There was 2 in the water room. There was 1 in the green cauldron room. There
Yeah.
was 1, 2 in the room. So that's 5 so far.
Yeah.
I believe there might be another one from the previous level, if I'm remembering correctly. But we can deal with that later.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because we've got currently the purple, green, and orange are in the bag of holding.
Oh, there was another one in the tunnel when you found the corpse in one of the tunnels of the tunnel trap.
Oh.
Oh,
okay.
on the dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So maybe 6 and maybe 7 if I'm remembering one from the previous floor, but I don't think so.
Okay, I'll just note down which ones Fleeb has then, just so I've got the complete list. Okay, so presumably I untransform, like scraping at a crack in the wall.
Yes, you're basically face to face with a wall with minor damage on it, and you come back to yourself in that manner.
Okay, can I look just to see, is there any, like... It's funny that there's a room with a dead end. Is there any
You want to
sign of, like, a way through? Yeah.
make a perception check, please.
Okay, I'm good at those now.
Okay.
Not that good, apparently.
With a 12, you seem to feel that it is a stone wall that is fairly normal, aside from the damage that someone has caused to it.
Yeah, I have memory of causing the damage. I didn't realize I pooped because it was behind me.
That's also a candidate for the name of this episode.
All right, I'm just gonna walk down. Goo. Hey guys, that was cool.
Can't believe he turned
What?
into a massive
Cool.
dinosaur to win the race.
Can you not?
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. Yeah.
I fling
Fuck
over
you.
a single gem as your winnings.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Ooh, 7 Caesar gems.
Right. Okay. So I've got those two things we can remove. I can't remove them from the
I
board.
can, because I drew them.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry,
right.
I think there was also one on the corpse of the goat man, if I remember correctly.
That
That would
was-
make sense.
Okay.
Was there? No, there was a staff and a spell book.
There was a staff and a book.
journal. There were two
You guys
books.
keep doing, and I'll double check.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think there was a.
We might not have been
So-
looking out for the gems at that point, so we might
The
have
goat man was in the
We did look
tunnel,
through his bag.
was in the
Yeah,
ring
this was
to
in the ring
infinity,
tunnel.
wasn't it?
Yes,
The ring to
yes.
the upside down.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I am. So like, I call out to. Oh god, it's only 30 feet. Oh fuck. I suppose I've still got spider climb. So, by hook or by crook, me and Orvex set up a rope that allows him to climb down to the bottom. I've already spider climbed up so I can undo the rope that we've put together so that then I can take it all
Yeah.
across and
Oh, I
we can put
can-
another
yeah, I
rope up
can
and
lower-
put it down.
Yeah.
How far
Yeah,
down
so-
are we?
Well, I'm
60
60
feet?
foot down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, we've got 58
It would,
feet.
it
I've
would
got
take me
58
2
feet of
rounds
rope.
to walk down.
I find it very funny as well, because such a big bird dinosaur would have totally just been able to fly people across, but because I ended up afraid of the wind and stuck in that narrow corridor.
Was pretty daft.
So
So,
we just making our ways back.
the long and the short of it, like, well, I think that stone thing I'm guessing it's a door.
What? Where?
What?
Sorry?
What are you
Well-
referring
Tried
to?
to get through.
Well, so the thing where you were, I'm
Oh, no,
guessing is a door.
There's nothing up there.
There's nothing up there.
I've been beating at that thing for the last 10
Okay.
minutes.
Well, there's also this. But this slot's going to be high up, isn't it? We're not going to be able to get through.
I mean,
there.
have
Yeah,
a look.
okay.
It's not. You know.
No. I suspect. Yeah, like I'm going to go and investigate where Jex was, irrespective of everything else, because I will just roll a perception check to see if I can see anything there
Okay, you can roll a
while
perception
there's a
check.
sorted gubbins going on.
Ask me down, but yeah, that's fine.
Well, do you want to have a look? Like I
I
assumed
don't
you were
mind. No,
busy.
no, if it's your idea, so if you were like, hey, go check that out, I will. But if you're just gonna walk past us,
I was
it's fine.
probably giving you a minute.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is there
22.
And why does Fleeb feel compelled to go up there again? I think you explained it, but I forgot.
Like it seems weird to have stairs up to nothing.
Gotcha. With the 22,
A second
you
opinion.
do notice that certain shadows in the various natural erosion and divots in the wall actually aren't shadows. They're like painted on and they conceal a handle.
Well, no time like the mage hand, and I pull it with mage hand.
Okay. What?
I'm just like joking with Scramble about there's no way he's going to find anything up there. I checked out every little corner of it. I slashed
I'm
at
just
every.
looking like incredibly
every
pale and like,
incident.
yeah. Good one, dude.
Okay, what you see
Shut up.
is a tunnel. Sorry, a corridor. Sorry. You see a chamber, and inside the chamber is a pit that you can't really see into at this point. To the right, you see a corridor, and you also see a corridor leading west.
Ah, I've got something that'll make you feel better, Scramble.
What?
I'm gonna cast Purify Food and Drink on Scramble, targeting his stomach.
Nice.
I think I've chucked up most of it at this point.
Well, if
Yeah,
there's stuff
that's very
left in there,
reasonable.
it's either, you know...
I think it's
it'll make
also
you
the experience that I need purifying.
Right.
Look, all right, you can't
I
take
think
too much, say. Free of poison and disease. You ate eyeball goo.
I did eat eyeball goo, that is true.
I'm casting it anyway.
Alright, thanks, dude.
right. By hook or by crook, we all get over here, and I think we just generally take 10 to kind of sort ourselves out. That will be an opportunity for. Actually, I suppose that if it's a short rest, that's an hour. I have used quite a few spell slots. Oof, that was a that was beyond
Spider
the
climb
20.
three
That was
times?
I've used no spider
Twice.
climb twice. I've lost 2 mage armors, but I had that 1 banishment,
Oh yeah, I guess
2 remove
we can
curses.
we can just rope you down after.
Um,
Is spider climb concentration?
yeah, concentration.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like it's concentration for 10 minutes. So no, up to an hour. So I'm fine. Okay. So
You
I think.
banished me in the middle of it.
Do I have to concentrate for that? I do, don't I? Do I have to concentrate? Yep, I do. I lost spider climb. Well, I suppose I would have used it again to go and get.
No, we can just do
so,
ropes. It's easy to do it between us. We got loads of ropes. We got a guy who can run up the wall.
Yeah, I'd say with Caesar spotting and all the ropes that you have, you can get everyone across. It just takes a while.
But yeah, I'll make Scramble a sandwich to get something in his belly.
Cheers, dude.
Excuse me. Cool. Orvex says, "Oh, I heard a lot of stuff going on. All this, wow, that's much worse than I anticipated. I wish I could have helped."
Thank you for that thought. I peer up the staircase.
Mm-hmm.
So, we going back across, or are we going through that little tunnel on the side?
We're going up this way.
Dude, there's nothing up there.
I begin to walk up.
All right, we'll see you in a minute. I start laughing with Scramble. Just like, what's he doing up there?
Cool. You come to the top of the stairs. You see the door that you've opened. Do you go inside or
Yeah.
remain at the top of the stairs?
I sort of look back at Caesar. I assume he's looking at me.
I'm gonna
was
peer my
following
head
him, yeah.
round the corner to see what's going
Can we
on.
see the door being open from here?
I'll say it depends when it happens. If he opened it previously, then you would have already missed it.
I'd opened it previously.
Yeah, we can see the doorway from down here on the stairs. And maybe I can't because I'm so short. I'm just standing there looking at
I'll say you can see the top of it. You see a light at the top that is cut off by the stairs, but it's a sliver of light.
Huh. I say.
Okay,
Yes, there was something up there.
I step into the room and look at what's in front of me.
Okay. You see a 15-foot wide, what is presumably 15-foot deep pit dominating the chamber. At the bottom of the pit is an 8-foot tall clay figure standing motionless beside a stone treasure chest. A silver key hangs from a cord around the figure's neck. 2 9-foot tall stone statues stand atop plinths on either side of the pit. A third plinth against the south wall stands empty. One of the statues depicts a hooded, bearded male figure with his left hand held high, index finger pointed up. The other portrays an armored male knight with his gauntleted right hand extended, its palm facing inward toward the knight.
So, I'm sort of looking down.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of look at Caesar. Golem?
How far down was it?
15 feet.
Let's go and have a wander and have a little gander.
That's a big
So there's something up there.
thing.
Hmm.
And he's got a key around his
Golem.
neck.
Yes, a silver key.
So,
How tall do you say this golem was?
It's
8
about
foot.
8 feet.
8 feet.
So these statues could mean something.
So we've got
Or
one dude, hooded dude pointing at the ceiling, light dude with his palm facing himself.
Mm-hmm.
So like he's giving the worst high five
Sure.
Or the best high five.
to him.
Himself.
a prelude to a backhand.
You feel a
Has
voice.
the golem noticed us?
You feel a voice in your head, Fleeb, that whispers at you. I think adamantine or maybe magic weapons would be needed to hurt that thing.
Is that something I know about golems anyway, or just is that Moa just saying something that I didn't know?
You can make an Arcana check, but don't do it because I have to turn off a light. 1 second.
Cool. Never knew my Arcana checks controlled his light fittings.
Yeah, too much Arcana will blow the circuit. Oh yeah, let's fight this thing.
Oh, sorry about that. I meant.
I don't have that many weapons.
I meant. Don't have any awesome reactions while I'm away. You can roll the Arcana check.
Oh.
21!
Oh wow, with a 21.
Wow!
You believe now that Moa has mentioned it to you in his hissing fashion, it does trigger something in your studies that corroborates what he's saying. You don't believe he's trying to mislead you.
Well, I'd assume is he is very truthful, that he also can't lie to me, which would be an interesting concept, that he can lie to me, but I can't lie.
Yeah, exactly. Also, Scramble, in your head, you hear a confident, strident voice that's been talking to you thus far says, someone should stand on that third plinth. It must be there for a reason. Come now, quickly.
Wait, you saying that me or
You hear
get
that
someone
voice
else? Oh, okay.
inside your head.
Hey, Caesar, stand on that plinth.
I mean,
Hold!
It's still up to you,
What, sorry?
Scramble, what you choose to do with that advice. It's just like you're not under a spell that forces you to follow it. It's just kind of that's what he says to you.
No, I got it. Hey, Caesar, stand on that plinth. I point
Hold
to
on,
the empty
hold on,
plinth.
wait. Let's not do anything too hasty.
Stand on the plinth.
Yeah, that's pretty
Stop.
hasty, man. Let's check the plinth out first.
Caesar, just stand on it, dude.
Yeah, I'll go look at it. What does it look
I
like?
said stand on it, not look at it.
Mate, shut up.
Sorry, you
What?
want to
No,
know?
stand on the goddamn plinth.
You want to know what it
Don't be
looks
so
like?
pushy here. I'm gonna look at it.
Okay.
No,
It
stand
appears
on
to
it. I
be
told you to stand on it. Just get on it. It's
stone
not, what's the
plinth.
worst that can happen?
But it's quite natural looking. It doesn't look like it's been carved as smoothly as the other two. It looks kind of rough hewn.
So why should I even stand on this plinth, Scramble? It doesn't even
Because
doesn't
it's
even
an
look
empty
like...
plinth. Look, we got 2 full plinths and 1 empty plinth. We need something to be on there, obviously. So just stand on it.
I walk back to where I was and go, "Be my guest, then." If you're gonna speak to me like that, you can go do it. And I go.
I told
talk
you to
to
stand on the plinth.
Mate, don't. I don't want to.
Good. Now
Especially
let's
if you,
figure out what we want to do here.
especially
So
when you
then-
shout at me like that. Screw you, Scrabble.
Look.
Ooh, Hazardclottle's coming through, or whatever his name is.
Jamal.
Oh dear. Right.
So there's a chest down there. There's a key on that dude's neck.
Yeah,
That is
we
accurate.
also, as a side effect, as if it is a golem, we're only going to be able to attack it with magical attacks.
I think I think. So I can do that. Caesar
Yes.
can do that.
You
can do that.
Can he?
I think-
From 2 different mechanisms. My unarmed attacks are treated as magical, and also I've got the Mace of Terror.
Okay, cool.
That was
Scramble has Green Flame Blade?
Yeah, I don't. That doesn't.
That
That doesn't make the weapon magical, but the damage would be the extra damage would be magical.
Yes.
And Orvex, he can spontaneously learn to be a sorcerer if we put him in enough risk.
What?
Anyway, I mean, so what do you think happens if we try and take that key? You think that guy starts fighting us?
Possibly.
Probably. It looks as if he's guarding the key with his neck.
I got no problem with that, but let's, if we're gonna fight this guy, let's check around the place first. I'm
Fair.
gonna go poke my head down this corridor and see what I see.
I go and stand on the empty plinth.
Fair enough.
Okay, sorry, Jex, you go and look at the hooded statue, is that right?
I'm looking down the corridor and seeing what else
Oh, okay.
is around the area, just in case
And-
something's gonna...
Okay. And Scramble is just standing on the plinth. Is anyone else doing anything else that I missed?
I'd asked Orvex whether these two statues mean anything to him.
Okay. He goes over and he's going to make a check, and then I'll resolve the other things. Let's find him. Well, the interesting thing about them, I mean, aside from the historical significance, which, to be honest, I can't wait to go into, but they seem to be on plinths that are clockwork based. You look at the plinths here. These two statues look like they move, or they're somehow like wound up like a clock. But actually, more interestingly, the one next to Jex, I believe, is the god of wizardry, and I think this one here, not sure about him.
Ah, these are gods. What did the sign say about those? It said turn them to the right?
Right, the gods.
Say
Right,
the gods.
right, the gods.
I'm gonna reach out. No, I'm not.
You're too
Well,
scared to do things.
Well, what's wrong with the gods? Or was it literally turn them right?
I mean, I was doing that as a bit, but maybe it is. Just rotate them clockwise.
So, Flame, does that wizard fella look similar to you? Not similar to you.
Recognizable.
Yeah.
I sort of glance over.
And is there anything wrong with him?
Okay, you can make a history check, Fleeb, and Jex, you see the corridor, and you see a bunch of little eye stalks looking at you through the purple algae, but nothing else. It's just a corridor that curves to the right.
I'd be interested as to what would happen if you tried to banish the algae, but
And
that's
then
an
one
experiment
eyeball.
for another day.
Scramble,
One eyeball goes and everything else gets annoyed.
Scramble, you just stand on the plinth and look out at the rest of them. Fleeb with a 14, it does tickle something in your memory that this hooded figure is the god of wizardry. That does check out, but you were a little checked out during that lesson in school, so you're not sure.
I guess I think inside my own head, well, now what?
Cool.
I don't really have anything else to do.
I'm gonna say, so, what do we think about, do these look like they'll turn on their pedestals?
Who are you asking?
Whoever, was it
Room.
Orvex who talked? Yeah, the room, but
Oh.
Orvex was the one who talked about them being clockwork. So.
Well, the mechanism does something. I would certainly say it's possible.
Well, do we want to try?
Yeah.
Twist away.
Caesar grabs this knight's figure's bicep and gives it a twist.
Okay. As you grab the knight beside you by its bicep and give it a twist, you see that Scramble disappears and reappears in the pit and needs to roll initiative. Everybody.
Ah, jeez.
He pulled the secret villain lever
Oh, God.
that made you fall into the hole.
Sorry, was it like a shoot, or did I just was it magical disappear reappear?
It was like teleportation. If you have something that resists that, please let me know.
No. I was just wondering what the mechanism was.
Cool. And then where's Odex? There he is. Okay, great. I think we're missing some people.
Oh, is it?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise that was the required response. It makes sense that would be the required response.
Yeah.
Okay.
To roll initiative.
Yep.
As basically the golem immediately starts lunging towards Scramble. So that is Fleeb is the first to react.
I immediately try to banish it, seeing as Scrammle's down there.
Okay.
No, wait, the key.
It will come back.
Okay. I just need to double check something.
I'm almost 100% sure that a golem would be constructed here.
Can you also give me some text of the banish spell just so I can cross-reference?
Sure. How do I do that? Let me see. If I click that.
Oh, okay. All right, interesting. Language you can see within range. Okay, so you try to banish the creature. It needs to make a charisma saving throw, right?
It does indeed.
Okay, charisma saving throw.
Let's see how charismatic Clay is.
Ooh, with a 5, it goes pop and disappears.
And the key disappears with it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you think you can pick that lock? But wait, before you
It's
try that.
Fleeb's turn. So Scramble, you're still
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
okay.
Oh,
corner.
sorry.
Oh, actually,
do apologize.
how long does it last? Up to 1 minute. I'll say
It lasts, so we have 10 rounds.
let's go in turn order just to keep it organized. So Fleeb is at the end of your turn.
Let's go with yes.
Okay, Caesar's turn.
Just
I
keep
laugh at
twisting the
Scrabble.
arm.
Sorry, what?
I guess I could try to see what happens if I twist the arm again.
Do you intend to do that?
Yeah, I twist it back to the way it was.
Well, you notice as soon as you twist it, it started clicking back to its original position anyway. Do you turn
Alright.
it? Do you turn it again once it returns? Is that what you're saying?
No, I was just trying to reverse. If it naturally does it by itself, then. there's no
So
point.
what is this the hand? This is the guy with the hand facing himself.
The one that Caesar turned on the right, on the west, east side, yeah, that
Yeah.
seemingly caused Scramble to go down.
So what did he do? Rotate the hand? Rotate the arm
the
around?
whole statue moved.
Oh,
Sorry,
nice.
the whole
Okay.
statue rotated in a clockwise manner.
Okay.
Caesar,
Cool.
anything else you would like to do?
Just call down to Scrambles like, well, it's gone. Are you able to do anything about that chest?
You can respond, Scramble.
I'm not gonna.
Okay, cool.
He's
Then
not talking to me
is
then.
that the end of Caesar's turn? Caesar can do other
Yeah, I
things.
guess.
Okay, cool. The clay golem is gonna hang out in the demi-plane. Orvex is gonna say, "So, did we win? Are you okay
Maybe.
down there? Are
Yes
you okay down
and no.
there? Oh,
Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking, Ulvex.
Okay, no worries. Maybe I'll just take a rubbing while we're here. Oh no, I remembered. The guy, the one with the armor. He's the god of courage and self-sacrifice. I remember. Torm or Torn or something like that.
Well, help Scramble out of there first.
Form.
You see Orvex tentatively reach down into the pit, but his hand is immediately blocked, like it's hit a wall, and he says, "Ow! Okay. Reaching down's not gonna help. Oh, that hurts." Let's
Okay.
go to
So you can
Scramble's
just
turn.
drop down.
Well, that's interesting. I'm gonna go over to this chest, and I assume it opens from this side based on the diagram.
You presume.
I'm gonna try and open it using my thieves' tools.
Okay.
Like, dude, be careful.
Go for it.
I got it. I'm always careful.
So that sleight of hand check. Yeah, you got it built in.
Well, that's 20 on thieves' tools, bro.
Okay. You open the chest, and immediately gas fills the entire pit, and your sword and all your non-magical metal objects just turn to rust and dust. and
Oh, rust!
just
Yay, rust!
gone.
Yay!
Except metal
I don't even
objects.
get the chance to.
Metal
okay,
objects in
no, it's
sealed containers are protected. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be a saving throw. It's just like, I think it just it only affects items, and so you don't save against it, I don't think.
I was going to attempt to leave. That was what I meant. Like but yeah, if this is like
A reaction.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, it's
As
a
in,
bonus action. My plan on leave was using a bonus action. So.
Oh, you wanted to quick step or whatever it's called.
You mean
Blink,
Misty
effectively.
Step? Is that what you're saying? I think.
Oh, because you can potentially Misty Step through the barrier.
That was the plan, to try and Misty Step. But if the gas hits me before I have the chance to do a bonus action, that's fine. We'll work that out.
Yeah, it's a very good Thieves Tools check.
Yeah, it was a great check, and you opened it like just without issue, but just the gas came out. Then you see after the gas clears and doesn't seem to damage you, just the metal
Actually, yeah, good
objects.
point.
You see that it contains
out what my metal
two
stuff is.
1-inch diameter glass balls resting on a red cushion. One is pale green, the other is pink.
Well, I scoop them up.
You scoop them. You can add them to your list.
Have you got the list back? Because I will hand them to
Yes,
you.
so
to
sorry,
keep
it was
with the rest of them.
pink and what was the other color?
Pale green inside this chest.
Got them on the list.
Nice. And there wasn't one on the goat corpse, so it's just the ones you've collected in here so far.
Yep.
Okay. I can work out what my metal items are then. That aren't in sealed containers. I assume scabbards are not sealed containers because they're not airtight.
Yeah, and because the metal handle would be poking out as well.
Yeah, you lose the handle and the pommel, but the blade is safe on its own inside the scabbard.
Well, the scabbard's not airtight, so once I lose the
I
handle
know.
and the pommel. Fair enough. Is studded leather armor metal, or is it leather with metal embedded
It would
inside
remove the... Actually, no, I'd say it's
The studs are inside the leather, aren't they?
Yeah, so I'd say it's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Well,
wanted
don't lose
to
my
just
AC, but I
remove
do
the
lose,
studs and
like,
have it become regular leather
all of
armor,
my-
but it wouldn't make sense that way.
Well, maybe a couple of fastenings fall off it that we'll have to replace when he's out.
Well, what are arrows made out of?
The
Probably have a
arrowheads are
metal tip.
metal. Yeah.
Unless you're specifically using stone or other types of
But
arrows.
while
More
you're going
specifically-
through that, is there anything else you want to do before we move on? Because you've got to go through your whole equipment list.
It's fairly straightforward, I think, my equipment list. Most of the stuff's in the bag, but I lose all my weapons, basically. Well, I have my bow, but no arrows.
I have a weapon. I have
Cool.
a
Is
scimitar.
that
you
the
can
end
use.
of your turn, Scrummel?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm just gonna wallow for a sec.
Okay, Jack's his turn. You've seen gas.
Are you gonna
fill the pit.
misty step out of there? Or anything else happens?
No, I'm gonna take a second here.
Okay.
And then try
Okay.
it next turn.
So Caesar must have to himself. That's what he gets for being rude.
Do you mumble that loud enough for me to hear?
Yes. Well, no, I'm not on it. Whether you're perceptive enough to hear it, it's up to you.
It's a stage mumble. Jax, what would you like to do?
Do you think it's a good idea if I turn this statue as well now?
No, I think.
Yeah,
I
why
think,
not?
I think. For God's sake. I think if we've gained the thing that was in the chest, we've probably gained what we can out of this room, and we're better off leaving before the golem turns up.
I'm gonna drop a pebble on the barrier and see if it sits on top of it.
It sits on top as if the pit has an invisible roof.
Oh man, that would be cool to walk on, but
Awesome.
I don't think it's worth the risk. That would be a good stage to do a performance on
It
if
also makes
if I knew it was safe.
it makes that sound that skimming stones on an ice-covered lake makes, like a
Pew!
quang quang quang
Oh.
quang.
Yeah. It's a strange sound.
That's cool. Actually, I'm gonna get distracted by that and just start dropping. I can start making music on this thing.
Quang 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 quang.
It's like a massive like.
Quack,
drum
quack,
scheme, isn't it?
quack, 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 quack.
Is that the end of your turn?
Sure.
Okay. It doesn't have to be. It just sounds like it is.
Yeah, I've got nothing else to do right now.
Philippe's turn.
What are my thieves talking about?
I look at this door and kind of pry it open quickly, just see what's behind it, see if this is a way out.
I will say you can look up what thieves' tools are made out of. Scrummel using, I think it'd be 5E thieves' tools. It'd be pretty quickly available.
Cool,
Um,
yep.
then-
They're probably in a case though as well, so you'll only lose
Well, I was
some of them.
just using them to open the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'll lose some, but you never use all of them at once, right?
The set of tools includes a small file, a set of lockpicks, a small mirror mounted on a metal hand, a set of narrow bladed scissors, a pair of pliers. Everything in them is metal.
Okay.
You might lose one of the sets of lockpicks, for example.
Yeah, I'd say you're fine. You've got other lockpicks.
Okay.
Everyone
Yeah,
has.
it depends what you had out of the kit because it's in like it'll be in a case. It's
You
not
lost
just
your
loose.
favorite one, but you've got tons of spares.
Oh, such a good lockpick. I rolled that 20 with it. Fuck. All right, I'll keep the thieves' tools then. I've lost the
Yeah,
fucking
you
weapons.
probably lost like a couple of lock picks and like a chisel or something that you're using to hold them in place.
So I kind of pry open this door
Okay,
if I can.
You attempt to open it, and it appears to be locked fast.
Dang it.
This is the northern door of this chamber.
Yeah, I still have. This isn't a concentration spell, is it?
I also find it just so sad that a 33 natural 20 thieves' tools check resulted in all the metal objects corroding. Anyway, Philippe, go on.
Yeah,
I cast knock.
Thing, I am utterly
Oh,
useless.
interesting. Okay. You cast knock, and you hear a loud sound, well, just one sound, and you hear a movement in the top of the door, but when you try the door, it still appears to be locked.
Shit, this door's locked. Well, that's my turn. That is this is not a way out.
Cool. That's the end of your turn?
Yeah, that is what I'm considering my turn. My turn is trying to find a way out before the golem comes back.
Cool. That is Caesar's turn.
Just say to the room, should I turn the statue again?
I
don't know,
don't
man.
think so.
It's not gonna matter what I tell you, is it?
I think we need to get out. God, Bennett.
I was wondering when
So
this dynamic
bulky.
was gonna turn up.
You're such a salty bitch. That's fine then. I'll walk away from the statue using my 45 movement and probably start walking to this other room.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that? 5, 10, 5, 30. I get about here.
Are you using your dash as well, or?
Well, won't be looking to be dashing across the room away from everything. I'll be walking, but
Okay, fair enough.
I guess
then.
I can use. I guess I can use both of them to get to like the bottom of the corridor to have a look.
Sure. I will describe to you what you see. Okay. Bear with me. Okay. The corridor ends in a large door with a round mirror set into its surface. 10 circular indentations, each about an inch across, surround the mirror.
Balls.
10.
I
Balls,
shout
balls,
back
balls.
to the guys. This might be where all these gems need to be put.
How many balls do we have?
I'm gonna poke my head around.
Okay, you see the
Quickly.
same thing. You also see a bunch of eye stalks gazing
Ah!
upon you both in this corridor.
No, I'm gonna sneak there because of all the goo. Let's see. I mean, there's not really anywhere to hide, but I'm still gonna walk softly and see if they don't.
But I guess that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah. So the clay golem reflects on his situation. Orvek says, "Oh, Caesar, that sounds like interesting stuff there that you found. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30." And he peeks his head around the corner. "Oh, positively ancient. Well done." And that's the end of his turn. Scrammle's turn.
Let me think about this. Hang on, where's my spell list? That takes an action, that takes bonus action, so that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna use Mage Hand to see if I can pick up one of these rocks. I'm trying to work out if this barrier is anti-physical or if it's anti-everything. If magic can pass through it.
Okay, you send your mage hand up, and it hits the ceiling. Well, the invisible, presumably, ceiling.
That's not good.
I banished it through.
You
Yeah,
were,
I know, but
you
no,
were
yeah,
able
yeah.
to,
And-
yes.
Yeah.
So
And Misty Step
so
is based
it-
on what you can see, so.
you
That
could
is true.
try and
It's
blink
probably
yourself to
fine.
the ceiling and just drop.
Or, blink yourself to the ceiling right over
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I
place
mean.
that I can see. Well, if there's nothing else of interest down here, then I guess that's what I'll do. I'll step myself back up to the side here, for example.
You try to misty yourself to the standing area beside the statue.
Yeah, Misty Step is a very brief very brief explanation.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you you totally just make it there
Okay.
with a
Good job, Scram.
and I will say that we are
Weird.
currently out of combat because the banishment would technically cause him to reappear exactly where he disappeared.
Yes.
Okay. Do we want to try twisting this guy now?
No.
Out of curiosity.
No.
Just see if it opens the door.
Stand on the thing again.
There was no curiosity
Out
to
from
be
down
had
the
here.
corridor.
Only if you'll do it first, asshole.
Why don't we both stand on it?
Yeah,
How about
stand on
that?
it together.
What'd you
So how
say?
many holes are there? I'm gonna poke my head around the corner as we did.
10. There's 10 of them.
And we got okay. Let me check my balls.
How many balls you got?
What colours
got-
have you got?
Scramble, did you give me those two already?
Oh, technically not, because I've not been
No.
next to you.
I mean, do you like
since, but
TP? Yeah, okay. I mean, do you TP up with them in hand, or have you put them away somewhere?
I mean, they're in a pocket or something. They're not like that easily
How big are
accessible.
these balls?
1 inch in diameter.
Oh, okay, tiny. They're like, oh, weird.
Golf balls.
Oh, we can play pool with them.
Very tiny pool balls.
I've got the striking staff. We can do it. And here we've got the table surface right here.
I think you should have
It'd be the
8.
noisiest game
Am I
of
right?
pool ever.
Oing, 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 oing,
I
oing.
think you have 8 of them.
Yeah, we do have
So
8.
I've got blue, purple, pearly white, scarlet.
You have
You have-
blue, pearl, and scarlet, and I have purple, green, orange, pale, green, pink.
Okay, so I've given you purple then.
Yeah. Do you want me to put them all in the bag, or you want to hold the 3 you've got?
I will hold the 3 I've got.
Okay.
Cool.
how
So
many
what do we
have? 8
know?
out of
We've
10.
got 8. We haven't finished exploring a couple of areas on this floor.
Yeah, there's other areas we need to go to. If this is the door we need to go through. This
There
I
was the
couldn't.
blinding light and the zombie corridor.
There was zombie corridor, blinding light. I don't remember that.
You also
that was
see
there,
the
that
clay
well that you
golem
went
pop
through.
back
Oh,
into
yes.
existence in the pit.
Hello.
It just
kind-
remains motionless.
Good.
You don't want to fight this thing?
100%. I
As
do
much
not
as
want to
I
fight this thing.
hate to ask it, but does anybody have a spare weapon?
Let me look in the bag, dude. I go rummaging around in the bag.
I think I gave you your short sword back, the one that you gave to me.
Yep, I've lost both of
Yeah.
those.
I
Oh,
give you my
no.
scimitar. It's 1d6, but it is finesse.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad then.
Makes it easier with your sneak attack damage. In person, not,
I
not,
see.
not digitally.
Yeah.
In person, you just roll a bunch of d6.
Okay, so it's very similar to that.
I think that's all I've got for weapons. Yeah.
It's better than nothing, dude. Thank you.
Okay, so I think. So there was the weird Lightwell room, which, looking at Orvex's map, would imply that it's behind this door, but I couldn't get through this door. I think there's something more to
What did you
this.
try to do to it, Plebe?
I cast a spell on it to open the door. Something unlocked, but it's not.
Can Caesar see whether it'll budge? I remember Sam saying that something clicked at the top, but maybe it's able to be lifted now. But
You
Caesar
Oh, I
didn't
see.
know
Yeah,
that.
that's a good idea.
You try to open it, but it doesn't move to normal force. You can try to apply greater force if you choose to.
Is there any give in any of the directions?
Not at all.
I don't think you try. If there's no way of if it's not giving in any direction, you wouldn't try.
This is perhaps a way in and not a way out. I think we need to make our way back to that pair that was standing in the corridor
And there was the light well that you and Caesar crawled through first before you dissolved the Minotaur head.
Yes, we didn't investigate this area that much, but yes, those 2 areas. But yes, I suggest that I peer down into the hole. We leave him alone.
You know, it would have been a good way to deal with this. Potentially, I don't know if it would have worked. This treasure chest is using the rust shield. Just point it down at the chest through the barrier, see if the gas all comes out.
What is in the lock itself?
Yeah.
Let's make Green Flame Blade a bit of a nightmare, though.
Why?
To make it, I could do 2 separate things for it, but to make it all one neat box.
Can you add an additional 1d6 damage?
It needs to be 1d6 plus 1d8 plus 1d8, because they need to be counted separately. Like 1d6 plus 1d8 is damage to one target, and then 1d8 is the other target. When it was 2d8,
Yeah.
to just like do.
Let me have a look at that for you while we carry on.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I'm gonna try something. Yeah.
Have we fought anything in the dungeon that had weapons that we didn't even think to loot?
The things that we did were of such poor quality, I think, that we didn't.
I don't, because we would have shoved them in the
a
bag.
bunch of weapons on the wall
Yeah.
of the water corridor.
Yeah, there are
we
weapons
do.
in the water corridor. Were they like actual weapons, or were they
Yes.
crappy?
They were weapons.
Okay, we could go back and look in there. What was in there? There were axes, tridents, sickles, unarmed frogs. No, the frogs had the tridents. Unarmed somethings.
Anyway, I think we leave this room. We try to make our way probably back the way we know instead of going through this hole. I suspect.
Okay, no, it does work. Just using plus does work. You just have to. Read
It would
the
be
dice
pretty
separately.
tricky without spider climb or grappling hook
Yeah.
to get up to that crawlway.
Well, Caesar does have the ability to just run up walls, so Caesar could.
Yeah, that's true. Caesar.
Yeah, but have we actually spotted that hole though?
You saw it from the other side.
Because I crawled through this and dropped. There is probably a pebble that looks particularly out of place on the floor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we
Well,
could
it's been
go
a full
through
night
there.
since it was glowing. So
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it isn't glowing. It's just there.
Let's just go back the way that we know.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. We set up ropes and we climb down and we
Yeah. That's
wander
no
along
problem.
the floor of
Where do
nonsense.
you
And
Yeah.
try to go to?
go through the safe room to the water room.
yeah,
And then that way Scramble can take his pick of any weapons that are here if there's anything finesse.
Oh,
Yeah, let me see if I can read that for you.
hand axes, maces, blowgun, sickle, trident.
Oh, you wrote it down. Nice work.
I mean, worst case, you use your bow, right?
I don't have any arrows.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I think
Although
I
have headless arrows.
Hand axes, tridents, sickles, blowguns, maces.
Are any of those finesse?
sickle probably, but you probably have to be explicitly skilled in it. I don't know.
I have a crossbow, so I have bolts that you could take the heads from over, like, probably a short rest.
Yeah.
Caesar, for some reason, has darts. I think I might have taken character gen for shurikens for some stupid reason, but
It's just light.
I don't think darts would have arrowheads. I imagine them more like.
No, but he
the
can use
ammo.
them because they
use
are
them as-
finesse ranged weapons. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, Scramble could technically use them. Yeah.
I don't think I technically need the range weapon. Yes, it's just to use dex on the
Yeah.
It wouldn't hurt to have a couple of darts by your side. You can still sneak attack with them.
Assuming Caesar wants to give them to me.
depends whether you ask. And how nicely.
Well, I mean, how do I know you have them?
Yeah, we're looking at
sticking out of his
weapons.
loincloth.
We're currently looking at weapons, and I'm rummaging through the bag. Like, I got some bolts for my crossbow. We can probably repurpose those.
I think Caesar would be over there anyway, so we like.
If you're not using it.
He would say, "Do you want these darts?" And depending on how you speak to me, will depend on whether he gives them to you or not.
Oh dear.
Depends on how simmering you are about about it.
I would probably say if you want to give them to me.
Yeah, okay. It's not like Caesar's using them.
Wait, I could just give you the crossbow. Can you use a hand crossbow?
Am I proficient in hand crossbow? Can I just click this to be like, oh, look at that?
Nice.
Yeah, I can.
You see,
I'll let you use
Orvex
my hand crossbow.
takes out his
How
short
does a
sword
hand
and says,
crossbow-
I only have
1d6.
one of these, but I tend to use my hand crossbow anyway if you want to hang on to it.
I got a scimitar, dude. You're better off keeping your options.
Okay, cool. He puts it back
Jax
in the
has donated
scabbard.
me a scimitar already.
Why you dual wield the scimitars?
I think I'm just worse dual wielding.
No, you're not any worse.
Oh, okay.
Because you'd be worse than a rapier, because a rapier isn't light. Scimitars are light. It would just give you the option of doing a weak bonus action with the offhand attack.
Oh, right, but I have plenty to do my bonus action with.
Yeah. So if you've got nothing else to do, you might as well hold like a dagger or something in your offhand. A knife, a kitchen knife.
No, I've got plenty to be doing.
A piece of sharpened glass.
So did Scramble take the darts? Am I removing them from my sheet?
Or am I taking this hand crossbow?
Hand crossbow's higher
and
damage,
bolts?
so whatever. Yeah.
If you're not using it, I'll take
I
it.
have spells at range, whereas I don't think Caesar has a ranged option, so it makes sense to leave him with darts.
I would never use them because I would never remember that I had them.
You just there's the once a day prick in your side. You go, what the fuck? Oh, it's those.
Why am I carrying these? I've been
No,
carrying
that's
these
just because he got too close snuggling while we slept in that small room.
I get it.
They're actual. I have 20 sets of actual like playing game darts, like with the little tips and everything.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
Just
where the
so
hell
you
did I-
know, Dan,
Yeah.
Caesar's darts also benefit. I've just looked it up. They benefit from martial arts. So if you ever need to do an attack at 20-foot range or 60-foot range with disadvantage, it's as good as your normal unarmed strike.
No way.
Cool. What would you guys like to do?
Are we?
You just can't flurry of blows if you're not next to them. So
Are you picking up a weapon from the wall, Ed, or
No,
Oh, you just take it as
the
a-
weapon's
cool.
really good.
cool? That's fine.
Look at them.
Okay, so I sort of look at the group.
yeah, let's
Soldiers,
go up to those.
soldiers or sunbeam.
Let's go to those big zombie dudes.
Wait, hang on. Soldiers or sunbeam?
So either these. Remember, we had these two over here,
The big chained up
Yeah.
zombie dudes. Yeah.
or this thing, which only me and Caesar looked at.
Oh,
Which
fair enough.
I don't know
Well,
if
only
this
you
is
would
going to
know,
lead.
really.
Yes, and I don't know if this is even going to lead to anywhere. But we're not going to know that until we investigate it further. Because I got called away because there was water activities.
Try and get past those.
We were
dudes
riding a
guarding
water
the
slide.
door thing. I suppose.
And away we go.
Just looking at the warning again.
So, golly gosh.
You get a warning from who about what?
I'm just looking
the-
at the warning from the wall.
I see your act.
The plaque.
Oh, got it.
Third
Got
warning.
it. And you're heading towards the two dudes or the other corridor?
We're heading over here.
I think the two dudes, yeah,
Okay, the two dudes.
where we've burned away most of the goo.
As we cross past on this side of the balcony, can we see them still there?
From your angle, yeah, you see a little bit of armor, and you also see some statues below you now that you're quite close to the ground, and a 10-foot wide shaft in between all the statues.
Okay, that's the thing in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, I can go into more detail, but you didn't really look at it
No,
that closely.
no.
so I
I'm
assume you're
not
at the
looking
dudes.
down there. I'm looking at the ones that are here and here. I was just making sure we didn't wander all the way around and we're like, hang on, they've moved.
Okay, so let me reiterate. Two hulking figures stand in alcoves along the long hall facing each other. Armor is bolted onto their flesh, similar to the creature that Caesar and one or two of you have seen. They wear bucket helms and spiked gauntlets, and there are iron collars around their necks connected to each other by a spiked chain that stretches limply across the corridor, and that is where we will end the session. Back where we started this floor.
Luis.
thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If you have any suggestions or any ideas that we should incorporate, things you want to hear more of, things you would like to hear less of, just let us know at thewronghandspodcast@gmail.com. So THEWRONGHANDSPODCAST@gmail.com.